You. Oh, not working.
All right, as soon as Christian's out of the bathroom, we're starting.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, there's still plenty of ciders in the fridge from when Alex and I brought over, so
Sweet. Thanks.
so.
How's that?
I was telling Jimmy that there's still ciders from what Alex and I brought over from Sunday, so.
Right. All right. Be the button, please. Or, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone here?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh. Okay. We'll keep waiting for you, John, then.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you.
All right. Last time, y'all were already in Vesper Bay. Excuse me. Already in Vesper Bay. Spent some time, a long time, during the session in the inn, and looking around Vesper Bay, getting into trouble if you could, sleeping it off if not. Some of you just spending most of the time in the inn. Realizing that you were being tested, or at least observed, to make sure that you could be let in to see the Circle of Knowing and meet Minfilia. It seems that you were deemed worthy to, as a being known as Thancred, who introduced himself originally as La Habrea, came to evaluate you in the morning and then lead you into the Waking Sands, where you met their receptionist named Titaru, and you were let into the inner sanctum, where you saw Uriange hanging out in the hall, and he apologized for his subterfuge. And then you were led into the solar, where Minfilia greeted you. On the wall behind her, you saw the top half of a staff that was being held, that you saw previously used by Papalimo, who had rescued you from the giant toads. And that's where we left off. So we can get started there.
I forget, did Uriange actually get called away somewhere, or was he just bullshitting?
He didn't specify.
Okay.
Should have rolled no insight check, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah, he didn't say anything to the one way or the other. There we go. Okay. You all must have many questions.
Yeah, many questions. I mean, what's the meaning of life? They don't really tell me in the book I'm read. How do magnets, how do those things work? I've seen them. No one knows how they work, what are those big shiny things in the sky? I know the professor calls them stars, and they're supposed to be big things of gas, but that just don't make no sense.
Okay, well, to answer your questions in succession. you like my outfit, I'm flattered. I can have Mistress Tataru put it in order for one, or she might actually make it herself. I believe she's been practicing her weaving.
Excellent. I'll take 2.
2. We can speak with Tataru after this. To answer your questions, there is a book in our library by an author that goes by the pseudonym. Well, I think you're looking for the wise words of the Insane Clown Posse. They could help you with how magnets work.
I don't know who they are, but
Okay.
how can you trust anyone that says they're insane?
I've asked myself that question many times. For your final question, Kevin, was it? I believe.
Yep. Kevin Twain.
Yes, my reports were correct. The last one, I believe you just need to believe in a philosophy called Hakuna Matata.
What?
Yes. Well, anyone else have questions?
Professor, I want to Hakuna Matata is. That seems rude.
No.
I think that might be a little difficult to prove in a court of law.
That kind of leads into the actual questions, I guess. You sent us a item, and after that, it seemed like we all had a bit of a shared dreaming experience. So,
My hunch was correct.
and what hunch might that be?
There are... Melinda. It's really loud.
Me sweeping?
Yeah, it's really loud.
Alright, give me like 2 minutes.
No problem.
I thought that was Jimmy's chalk.
There's that too. There are some individuals among those walking on this planet that are attuned to a frequency that others are not. They're able to hear the will of the planet. I take it that didn't answer your question.
It, not entirely, but it was information. What are we hearing exactly?
Well, that would be the voice of the mother. Some refer to her as the Mother Crystal. Tell me, have you ever heard the name Heidelin?
Just now.
Would I have read about that in any of the books in Cliffside?
No, you would not.
No.
Sherman, no?
Nope.
What was that name again?
Heidelin. How are you gonna fuck this one up, John?
I couldn't hear you. I was coughing.
Heidelin is the
Heidi
name.
Lynn. Nope, never heard of no Heidi Lynn.
That wasn't bad.
I was expecting, like, I ain't heard of no hydraulic lift.
I don't know. You said you had research on us, I assume, if you knew about Kevin, but we're not. Well, most of us aren't really from around here.
Yes, I had heard as much.
No, Professor. She probably heard about me from killing the Dragon Slayer. I mean, I'm starting to become a little famous in these parts, I think.
You're not entirely incorrect. I have whispers from individuals all over the Eorzean continent and beyond.
Oh, are they mute like Millie is over there? Hard to get like words off.
I think that mute would prevent someone from whispering as well. So
Well,
no,
that's what I mean. You know, yeah, she can't whisper at all. But I'm just saying, if they're all whispering to you, maybe you should look into trying to fix their voices.
And it's pronounced Makote. So, there.
My apologies. I'll look into that, Master Kevin.
And if there are things that we can do to help, you just let us know.
Of course. There are those among you actually all of you in this case, who are attuned, able to hear the word of the mother, able to hear Heidelin's wishes. All I did was give you a bit of an application. Turn it on, so to speak.
Why? I mean, forgive me. It sounds like this is very important. But why would we want to hear this?
Have you ever heard the tales of the warriors of light?
No, I haven't.
Let's see. I think I have. So God created the earth on day one, and the first thing He said is, "Let there be light." I think that's what you're talking about.
I'm not familiar with that scripture, but yes, something of that nature, sure.
Yeah, it's in the book. What was that name? The Nintendo. That's what it's called. Oh, maybe I'm getting it wrong. Genesis 1.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I thought Kevin ascribed to the bauble.
Dude, that's in the book of Bob. It starts chapter 1. Chapter 1 is Genesis.
I hope you write this book someday.
I
Gonna be
mean,
like
I'm not much of a
Eric
writer.
with the- But all the bullshit and Bob stuff.
Well,
But,
who's writing? Oh, Poe, okay.
Well, yeah. Once we get back to our town and able to save our people, I'd be happy to share the book with you. You're welcome to make copies. I'm trying to get everyone involved. I mean, I think it is the one right true way forward. Anyway, you were saying the light, right? That Bob created.
I was. And Sherbin and Genbu would have heard this. The Warriors of Light are legendary figures who fight for the good of the world and always on the side of good.
This makes so much sense.
Yes.
That makes sense. Bob created them, right? Because if Bob said, "Let there be light," he let these light creatures that fight for our heroes in. And I sure believe my Bob is a hero.
Not quite, Kevin. The Warrior of Light is sort of a folklore in certain places around the Orzia. It's about a warrior of light who mostly fights for, always fights for the side of good, supposedly. That's what the legend says. But I never really paid much close attention to it.
I mean, you sound like you're talking about Bob. I mean, he is of divine light, always fights for good, also fights for your souls. It's one of those things. I think we're speaking the same language.
Right. We'll go with that. So, but in any case, I mean, Philia, you said you sort of jump-started our awakening or whatnot. Does this have anything to do with the aetherite you sent, Seed?
Yes, I'm attuning you to what is called the Echo. The Echo is the ability to see slightly forward in time. It's something that would enhance your senses, your perception, your reflexes, so to speak, slightly. It's also what allows you to hear the word of the mother.
Oh, hey, remember when we were all dying in that dungeon, Professor? And you kind of freaked out? Gave us you made us all feel better and everyone got stronger? It's sort of like that?
Well, I think that was before we got to Ishgard, so it would have been before we got the aetherite from Minfilia here.
No, but what she's saying is, if I caught it correctly, I'm not the fastest one here, right? But what she's saying is, some people are just automatically attuned, and that just helps us attune more. Maybe, that was just letting us hear something that we should have been hearing. But it's in you all along, just like your brother.
He's not wrong, believe it or not. It was the incident of which you speak that first led me to keep an eye on you, so to speak. You spoke to many people in Falcon's Nest, or some people who spoke to many people in Falcon's Nest about your experience in the Dusk Vigil. That got back to me, and I was quite interested to hear about that. Now, if what I heard is correct, some among you exceeded their limits by ways that they had no idea they were capable. Is that correct?
That's accurate, yes.
This is a pretty solid indicator of someone who could hear the word of the mother if only given the right push. Which is, my suspicions are confirmed, and it appears all in your group have heard this, not just yourself.
That is true. We seem to have similar dreams ever since that aetherite was brought to the...
Involve a gigantic crystal?
Yes.
I have the same dreams.
Hey, Professor, is she in our heads too?
I don't think so, Kevin.
I'm not psychic.
How'd you hear that?
Well, I guess the next question is, what does it mean from here? I mean, I don't think you expected us to necessarily come to see you, but unless you did see that coming.
I had a feeling that you might be curious enough to seek me out, but no, I was not expecting you to come find me. Certainly not so quickly.
Wait a second. So, if we're connected to this light thing, like you're saying, and it made Professor over there super powerful, how do I turn that on? Like, I want to be super powerful too when my group needs saving.
I believe you have that ability in you already. You simply need to reach deep down, believe in yourself, and reach for power beyond what you think you're capable.
Yes, reach deep, Kevin.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try.
Oh God! Please leave your LB3.
Okay, I won't give it a try. I'll save it for when we're in danger.
Probably wise.
Fine, Kevin doesn't know how these mechanics work, so he's not gonna lie. He might just go trigger it on something stupid, guys. I apologize.
Or he might accidentally toot himself.
You might accidentally do what?
Toot himself.
Oh.
It was just a fart. Never mind.
But, yeah, what's...
Minfilia lights a candle.
Where do we go from here? I mean, you put us through a pretty strenuous vetting process, it seems.
We have many enemies. It's difficult to trust. It's entirely possible that our enemies can find us through anyone. Thus, we have to be careful about who we invite into our sanctum here. I will not lie, Urianger had an idea that you are coming. We had some keep an eye on you, or spot your arrival in Ul'dah, and begin making your way to Horizon, at which point I suggested to Urianger that he meet you there. Surreptitiously, of course.
Oh, you could have just
Hold on a
asked,
moment.
you know?
Wait, you said you had enemies? Whatever have you done to get enemies?
There are truths in this world that some do not want uncovered.
Oh,
There are
dear.
many things that you think are one way, but really are another.
Oh,
Facade.
Oh, that's just like where we came from. You do know where we came from, right? Well,
Do you mean immediately before this?
Yeah. So we were living in this giant bubble glass thing, apparently our entire lives, and it was being held by a beholder, and this like octopus guy with a bunch of eyes, and we got out. Well, some of us here got out, but we left an entire town behind, and we're trying to go back and save that town. But that's like what you were saying with like. Some people don't want to believe there's like other things around you in other worlds. We come from that other world. Professor, tell Tell her.
He's telling the truth.
This is a fascinating story, and it matches up with what I have heard from what you have told others, who have then told me.
Clearly, we should have been a little bit more careful about who we were speaking around.
I'm not somebody that you need to be worried about, but there are those in the world who would take advantage of you.
Sherburne kind of turns her back to Minfilia and pulls Sid down a little bit so that she can kind of speak low. Sid, I would be wary of this woman. She sounds a lot like those head-shaven people that we saw at the Ulda airship port. If she starts handing us a pamphlet, we should make our way to the door.
We should probably hear out what she thinks is supposed to come next before we take off. And I mean,
Right, I'm willing to listen her out, but she sounds way too familiar, like the people that we saw at the airship landing. Just be careful.
And these bad people, what do they look like? Like, how can we spot them? And do I kill on sight, or do I talk to them first and then kill them?
Well, that is a problem. It's difficult to say who they might be or what they might look like. You may not know exactly the danger you're in until the trap is sprung. As for what I want you to do about it, you've shown up early, shall we say. I don't have a direct path for you. I have missions that the Circle of Knowing goes on. I'd be happy to entrust you with some of those. I believe you've proven yourselves worthy of that. But I do want to warn you. I mentioned before the story of the Warriors of Light. I do not believe that you are Warriors of Light. In fact, I think the Warrior of Light is a farce. Something that never existed, or if it did, was completely different than the tales that they tell of them today.
Go on.
Beyond that, we don't have a lot of information. That is our key source of... That is our key goal, is to learn more about this. There's too many inconsistencies in history. And I worry about a world listing too much towards the light, or too much towards the darkness.
Why wouldn't the word want to list to the light?
Balance, Kevin.
As he says. Now, I cannot prove this, but I think there are forces working behind the scenes to cause any number of great calamities, much like there have been in the past.
Calamities? What top calamities?
Large, terrible events that cause the loss of millions of lives, to change the face of our world forever.
Like what
These have
happened?
happened before.
Like what happened in Kurthus?
Like what happened in Kurthus. That was one such calamity.
Oh, like when our grain silo fell. That's kind of like a big calamity, right?
Yeah, you were in the globe. That's what it was.
Right, Professor? When like our big grain silo fell? That was a huge calamity for us.
It was a calamity for us, but I think this is at a much larger scale.
Yes, I'm afraid it would be many grain silos falling over.
That just sounds awful. I mean, then you're going to have to go down and find more food like we had to. Jackson,
Yes,
let's hear.
Periods of mass starvation would follow.
That sounds awful.
Your analogy is more apt than you think.
Oh, we can't let that happen. I mean, we also need to make sure we get back and save our town, but we can't let that happen.
No offense to you or anything that you guys are doing here, but it seems very convenient that a group of us who have never been in this world are dragged into something like this, or I mean, we were just running around and trying to find our way here and helping out Sherbin for the Gleaners and Genbu following us along, and it just seems very strange that a group of people who have no idea what's going on are getting roped into something like this.
Yes, well, fate rarely asks your opinion before it makes a decision for you. Granted, I'm not fate, and I will not press gang you into doing anything for us. This will all be of your own volition, your own choice, if you were to join us. I merely awakened you to the voice. However, if you decide to go your own way, there's no hard feelings on our end. We do not intend to stop you.
Wait, if we help you, can you help us get stronger so we can take down a beholder?
I believe we can. And to answer your question, Ishgard itself is not evil, but there are those within Ishgard that do evil things. Again, it's hard to say. I would steer away from those who would use you to further their own ends.
And we can be sure that's not you.
No, you can't. But I will tell you that I am not using you, so to speak.
Well, I'm a good judge of character. Let me think about it. And I'm going to just do an insight check. Probably terrible insight. 1 second, I need to pull up my sheet.
Sure.
Characters. Like I said, I'm a real good judge of character. And insight. Oh, 0. And I roll a 5. Kevin thinks hard.
She's hard to discern. She seems like she's being genuine, but you can't really be sure.
Nope, can't figure it out.
I mean, the fact that you're saying that we're free to walk out of here if we want is definitely a point in your favor, I would imagine.
Of course. You are free to leave anytime you wish. You may also look around our little assembly here, should you wish. I do ask that you do not reveal the location of our whereabouts to anyone.
Tell you the truth, I don't even remember how we got here, so no problem with that.
I believe that. Yes, I heard as much. What is that?
Part 2, meaning that was the first part of the statement.
P+2. You're awfully quiet.
Oh, I'm just waiting for the writing to be on the wall.
Chalkboard.
Damn it! Tell Drop-Off to swing.
Drop-off swings when drop-off
Poops.
swings. Yeah, actually.
There we go.
Tell me, did you get anything in return for assisting them? Did you help anyone? Someone asking you for assistance does not necessarily mean that they're using you for their own ends. You need to make sure that there's a good reason for whatever you do. Don't just simply be led along.
So what you're saying is you'll pay us if we help?
We don't have deep pockets, but I believe that we can provide compensation. Knowing the circle of knowing, being a member of such, can get you special privileges elsewhere that you might not be able to.
Gold saucer.
Oh, you guys have like a ring like this that we can wear? You guys have like a ring like this that we can wear so people know that you know, this one says I'm an ambassador.
As I mentioned earlier, broadcasting association with the Circle of Knowing is not in your best interest.
How are we supposed to get places and get things if we don't tell people we're part of the Circle of Knowing?
You probably should not tell people that you're part of the Circle of Knowing. Those who are a part of it will know you.
Well, I don't know anyone in the circle outside of you and the girl upstairs and the guy that took us here and the Orange A and is there anyone else we're missing?
Orange Aid.
Sounds like you know several people.
Is there a way that we can note you and your band of knowing folks in the wild?
Well, unless they introduce you to, as a member of the circle, or you've seen them here, no, we don't have any identifying markers. For our own health.
DX and I have a secret handshake. Let's show him, DX.
All right, KT, let's do it.
So, we do our secret handshake? Do you have something like that?
How ridiculous is it?
Really ridiculous. Years and years, it continued to grow.
So, did that take like 2 minutes to do or something like
I'd
that?
say it took like 45 seconds. You really only need to do the first part, but we like doing the whole thing when we get a chance.
Say it again, please.
You don't have to do the whole thing. You only really got to do the first part, but you know, whenever we get a chance, we try to do the whole thing if we haven't seen each other for at least a few days.
I see.
Yeah.
That is quite a handshake. Might be a little bit difficult to teach that to other members of the circle in order just to get them to know who you are and vice versa. It's a little complicated, but I'm glad that you have your own way of greeting each other.
Well, who leads this circle of knowing? Are you the leader? Do you have a leader?
I tend to lead, yes, but we do not have specific hierarchy. It's everything is a group discussion among the other members.
That sounds awful. It sounds like what we had. I mean, how are you supposed to know who's in charge if there's no one in charge?
If we had to pick one person to be in charge, that would be my mentor, Louis Swa.
And where's he?
Unavailable at the moment. That's all you need to know.
Why are we starting with the secrets now? I thought we were in the knowing.
For his protection and ours.
We haven't agreed to anything yet, Kevin.
Hey, well, they said they were going to help us get stronger and, you know, pay us for helping them on things. And you're right. It's a group decision. But, I mean, if we can help us kill a beholder and free the town, I think that's a pretty good deal. You're not even asking anything from us, really. They just said, hey, you might have some powers. And,
Not yet.
You know,
She giggles but stifles it. That is a rude stereotype.
Kevin, we have people in our group that have different motivations. I mean, Sherman, Genbu aren't trying to get back anywhere.
Nearly the second shortest member of the group.
I mean, you're right, Professor. I'm sorry.
Shortest person in the
Sometimes I
group.
get ahead of myself. I forget, you know, we came here and it was only us, and then we kept picking up members along the way. But you're right, it is a group decision.
Forever.
Changing where I sit today. Everyone be with me.
No, my dice.
Oh, I mean, I can sit over there.
No, so wherever you like.
Alright.
No.
Of his death.
Oh, how about this? Can you give us like a few hours to think it over alone? You know, maybe we'll go look around your nice little establishment, get a feel for things. and maybe come back and let you know if we're down to help with things.
Yes, of course.
Perfect.
Out of curiosity, is there a place of worship anywhere nearby, like a church or a holy place?
Sid, we just came from a place of worship. Call it the bar.
Not the bar, Harry.
Well, if it's a nondescript place of worship that you're looking for, I believe you saw those large statues on your way through, way here from Horizon. Those used to be places of worship for the Sildin Society. But, no, there's nothing like that in Vespa Bay.
Understood. Yeah, I feel like this is something that we all need to think about personally and decide where we want to go from here. I mean, you said you have nothing that you're asking us to do as of right now, correct?
At this moment, no.
This is pedophilia talking?
I will murder you in your sleep.
Good job. Pedophilia. Well, that's okay, right? Because we still got to go get that egg first, and maybe once we get to... Oh, speaking of, since we're not supposed to know where this place is there a way to get back here quickly, or do we always got to take that path with the frogs? In one of those big crystal thingies?
I'm afraid there is no aetherite in Vesper Bay. Part of that is to prevent quick travel here. It's one of the reasons that we chose this location.
Got it. I guess that makes sense.
Well, I mean, if we have to travel that path again, we just know not to attack giant frogs for no reason.
Yes, I was rather surprised to hear that you did that.
Yeah.
Us too, honestly.
Not surprising.
It was a lapse in judgment.
Not the leader's judgment. I was trying to keep us on the path.
Yes, well,
I don't see any reason for us to need to leave here very far while we do our thinking.
you're welcome to walk about the campus here and speak to anyone within the Waking Sands. I do have something for you, should you choose to accept it. And she goes behind her desk and opens a drawer and pulls out a satchel. And then opens it and looks inside. What?
Okay, property of Rowena. The real reason she's hiding.
Yes. Rowena's the big bad. Surprise! No, she holds it out in front of the group, and you can look in the bag, and you see inside there are these small pearls, and they appear to be a light blue green color.
Oh, a grue?
But what?
A grue.
Green blue.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I thought that was like a Despicable Me reference.
No.
Yeah.
It's a real word.
These are link pearls. They're not tremendously strong, but they will allow you to get messages to and from us anywhere within, as long as you're in the same region. They do not extend much further than that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, is it just to speak to you, or is it to speak to one another?
You would be able to speak with anyone who is on our network.
And if I put that in my ear, they can hear my thoughts?
You may wear it as an earring, in fact, and it would still work. But yes, that is one way.
They hear my thoughts? I don't want
I-
that. Nope. No, I don't want anyone else in there, man. I don't think
They
that's
only
right.
hear what you choose to send.
That's worse.
Oh. So they can't hear what I'm thinking. It's not a lot,
well-
but sometimes I do think things, you know?
You must consciously think about what you wish to say, and what you are consciously thinking of sending will send, but they will not be able to read your thoughts unless you are broadcasting them.
Oh, phew. Okay. I mean, I'm not all about wearing jewelry like that. I mean, I guess it's okay.
I assume we're only going to be taking those if we agree to work with them, so I
Yes.
think it might be about time for us to start exploring.
You may take them now, if you wish, and we will excise you from the network should you decide not to work with us.
Boy gets to keep him.
Nope. That sounds good. Hey, thank you very much.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
So do you all take a pearl from the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it on. Hey, can you hear me? I think with my thoughts.
And Minfilia looks directly at you and smiles and says, "Yes, Kevin."
And then I
can
think
hear."
I really have to poo, but I don't want to like share that thought. And I look at her.
She doesn't say anything.
Okay, I think we're good. Wait, do you have a restroom around?
Did Kevin's face?
We do have a restroom. It just exit the solar and make a left.
Hey, thank you. I'll be right back, everyone. And I rush out and.
John, just so I can understand the scene, did Kevin's face change as he was thinking about poop?
He was staring
He
like
was mouthing every word.
I
he
know,
thought.
he's just looking at him.
very scared. Like, oh my god, are they gonna? Is she gonna hear me? Like, you know.
I think that I thank you for your patience, and it's a little time, and we'll come back to you with an answer one way or another.
As you see fit.
I link Pearl to Sid. I'm pooping now. Can you hear this?
Letter door password.
It was literally, and thieves can't let us in.
I'm thinking it. I'm thinking it. I want to hear it.
Yeah,
Kevin, yes.
So it does work. These things are cool.
That's the whole
How
point.
does this work? I mean, I should
I-
have this instead of about the magnets, but whatever. I mean,
Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable talking to you at this moment. Why don't you just focus on what you're doing?
pooping. Got it. No problem, Professor.
The whole network hears this, though, right? Or
It's literally the whole network. Anyone who has a link pearl that is listening.
Kevin
can hear
does not know this.
Boy. Is there any way to like block somebody for temporary purposes?
Mute for 1 hour, 8 hours, 24 hours.
It's not Discord. No, it's unfortunately, if you're in the network, you're in the network.
Yeah. You know, I don't know how this would be any different than normal, so I think we can work with it.
Or
Does this
well,
also mean that Kevin
isn't
has
it-
ears pierced this entire time?
He's
a
probably
clip-on.
just clumps it in there.
What
See,
was that,
Sherman-
Sherman?
Sherman's looking at Minfilia, and she started giving like this wink, like
Oh.
wink. She's like,
She
"Don't
looks
you mean that with this particular link pearl, we can only have it in our ears for 10 minutes at a time, or otherwise it will burrow into your ear and implant itself in your brain and send out signals to Bob?"
Wait, who's saying that? Is that
No.
you? Is that you, Bob?
So
Is Sherman's trying to persuade Minfilia to fib about coming up with some reason to keep Kevin limitedly accessed on the link shell.
are you saying that over the link shell network because Kevin's not in the room? He went out. To
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying it over the Link Shell network, so that's why I said it that way.
Oh no, she's not. Sherman hasn't even put it in her ear yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Minfilia just kind of puts her head in her hand and smiles. Kevin, do try not to wear your link pearl for more than 10 minutes at a time, and only when you need it, or else it may burrow into your brain.
Oh my god! Ah, get this thing off me! I put it in my pocket.
You just hear like shuffling on the other end, and then a plunk as it falls.
It's
Put it on.
He would.
Yeah.
it's good to have somebody thinking.
And then she looks at Sherbin and she says, "Now you own me."
I think
Worth it.
that's a community service.
That's worth a soul right there.
That is a community service.
Well,
Sounds more like entrapment.
why don't we look around? I guess.
Yes. I have some work to get to. You may see yourself out of the solar and give yourself your own tour. And she goes and sits behind her desk and takes out a quill and begins writing something.
Go and open the door for everybody.
Okay. Standing out in the hall are Urianger, Thancred, and Papalimo. Well, your friend just came rushing out of here in a hurry. I hope he found the bathroom.
If you have a link shell on, I think you know.
Yes, we do.
Welcome to my world.
Welcome to the circle of knowing, unless you haven't made a decision yet.
This is something that I think we needed a couple of minutes or a little time to mull over.
Well, don't let us keep you. Besides, Urianger was just debriefing me on his latest mission. You can leave us to that.
All right, start heading back up.
'Tis good to see thee in good health. Be well. Urianger's like saying this as you're walking by.
Thank you.
That's kind of rude.
Why?
Well, V is you singular, the accusative. You should say see ye, which would be you plural. So we only have a Sid.
England doesn't exist in this game.
The English exists.
No, it's common.
Old Common has the same declension.
Okay.
Oh, she's eating a rib.
Oh,
A rib.
There you go.
Sierra's so
That's
cute.
great. She's a cute baby. Oh, I'll put it in Discord.
There you go.
Oh, so my friend Totoro, I'm gonna give you.
I can't believe you just did that.
I'll give you 20 gil to make me an outfit like you're killing you. You said you could weave something.
I will not be insulted in that way. I won't take your gil, but I will make you the outfit.
Oh.
You want to dress like Menphilius?
Yeah, but a little bit more revealing.
More revealing. Oh my, when Menphilia described what she wanted, I blushed, but this... I think I've got something for you.
Thank you.
Do you want the same outfit twice?
Yes. Well, you're reading my
Different
mind.
colors?
Sure, that'd be great.
I think I could work on something. Won't be done today, but I could have it couriered to you if you leave.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I will not mark down the gil.
Harry's really at the bar still.
You didn't follow us?
No, well,
Really?
yeah,
I thought you followed them.
I did, but then I wasn't here, so Harry
so you want
decided
them to inform you of what went on.
Yes, Harry
All right.
decided to go back because I didn't want to jump in the middle of the conversation. But take your time getting back. Maybe I'll go to the bar.
Help yourself.
Out of character, isn't there a bar in the Waking Sands?
It's
Or like
not a bar, but it's a place
it's
of
like they have
relaxation
some,
and
yeah.
Oh, okay.
A lounge.
Harry went to the lounge and pulled out his
Okay,
boot flask.
so you guys are moving towards the solar, and Harry peels off to the right, goes off to the area where all
I've
the
got some
containers-
business to take care of.
Yeah.
Millie's gonna approach Thancred and tap him on the shoulder.
Gambling was never my vice, but I can throw a dice here and then. Both
About
swing
this
go.
time, Kevin's coming out of the bathroom.
Riddles.
I should also point that to Urianger because he's there too.
Riddles are more Urianger's thing than mine. He's much smarter than I am. Much more well-read. And Kevin comes out of the bathroom and finds the group.
Oh, hey, how y'all doing?
Well, we're gonna take our time and decide what we want to do from here, Kevin.
So, what do you think?
Well, I was going to ask Sherbin, you were concerned. What do you think now?
Well, she makes a little bit more sense, but I'm still not sure Why is it that we should help them?
I guess it's getting brought into a scenario that could affect the entire world. I mean, we did see what happened over in Kurthis. I don't know that we want that happening all over the place.
No, absolutely not.
Honestly, they didn't seem too bad to me. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't do it.
Well, this is...
Standing right here while you're talking about us. You realize that, right?
We're not talking about you. We're talking about your situation.
Talking about your boss.
I'm pretty sure Kevin just specifically said that we don't seem too bad.
Yeah, not at all. In fact, they all
Thank
seem kind of nice to me.
Well, we do have a conversation to hold, so perhaps we will go elsewhere if you will not. Not to be rude, of course. Move at your own speed.
Why would you judge anything by what Kevin says?
He seems very smart to me.
Alright guys, we're leaving. This group seems very uninformed.
That's quite nice of you.
Thancred winks at Lanfifi as he says that.
Well, I suppose it is true. We probably shouldn't be talking in the open if we're having a conversation about somebody or people that are involved.
That's a good point. But you know, obviously, please.
Well, we can be on our way and explore Vesper Bay a bit. Harry, are you going to come with us?
Harry is not there. He's at the recreation area. Which Thancred's about to say, leave your friend went over there to find a drink, if you're looking for him.
We should probably fill Harry in.
As you're leaving to walk away, Thancred says, "Oh, by the way, Ms. Pickpocket, hi there."
You spoiled my fun. I was gonna hobbit that situation to extort Urianger for money.
Well, Urianger doesn't know.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Thancred
knows, but he didn't accept my bait of wanting to gamble.
Oh no. Yeah. So unless you're doing it to Urianger as well, but
No, I was going to ask Urianger what's in Thancred's pocket.
I would assume some kind of lint, perhaps a money bag. This is one of the stranger riddles I've heard. How does that fit in one's pocket? I must ruminate on this. I believe you owe them 50 gil. I don't recall agreeing to that, but if it's coin that you want, I find myself a bit short. Can I give an IOU, perhaps? I thank thee for your kindness. As you just tricked him.
I hand him a piece of paper and a quill.
He writes, in the snootiest, perfect handwriting, cursive, whatever you want to call it, he writes, "I owe thee 50 copper pieces," and hands it back.
She eats it.
I must think on this.
Where was the girl at the front desk? What was her name again?
Tataru?
Taru. I'm gonna go check on her.
Well, she was just here speaking to Deus, so...
Well, you were in the bathroom.
We can say that she hasn't completely walked away yet. You can see her.
Oh, Titirius.
Tataru. Say
Right.
it with me. Tataru.
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 Tataru, right. Tataru.
Taru.
Right. Tapapu. Anyway, were you able to find that,
Walked away.
Professor, how do you pronounce her name again?
Tataru.
Tataru. Hey, Tataru.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, do you have, were you able to find that universal solvent I was asking for?
Oh! I almost forgot. That's the whole reason I came down here. And she reaches into her pocket and she says, "This is all we had. I think it's only enough for one usage, but give it to you.
Do you know how to apply it? And I pull out my dark sword.
I think you just pour it around the affected region.
All right, I take it out and I pour it around the affected region.
Okay, your
Shaking
entire fort melts.
Excellent.
No, just kidding. You see a little bit of smoke rising from where the adhesive was.
Oh, it's on fire!
You don't see any flames.
And there's smoke,
so
though.
You probably got it out. But you try to remove the sword, and it comes out just as easily as it used to.
Yes, I got it. Still hurts to hold, but it makes me feel so strong.
You might want to see a chirurgeon about that.
Yeah, there's something about the darkness, and I'm still holding the sword. It makes you feel like weaker, but also stronger at the same time. Yeah, so that's 2 rounds. Like right now, I'm holding it, and there's like this tingling sensation. Not like a horrible tingling sensation, but you know when your hand's on fire. Like if you touch something that was really cold and you thought it didn't hurt. That's like 5 seconds. And
anyone who's looking at Kevin as he's saying this can slowly see cuts and abrasions opening up along the exposed parts of his body.
Right, and so but you're holding it, but it makes you feel really strong. And then when I get really angry, the darkness comes out, and I feel like I hit and try to kill enemies, and it makes it all better. And I'm stronger because of it.
A large gash along Kevin's forearm that starts to drip blood.
Kevin.
Oh, yes, Professor.
That's, not good.
Oh, shoot, that's right, the sword, and I sheathe it. Just say that was 6 rounds, so I'll take off 12 damage. Is that cool?
6 rounds? I thought it was 6 seconds.
Oh,
6
okay.
rounds is 36 seconds.
Yeah, I felt like I was talking for 36 seconds.
Yeah. Harry, you've gotten better at monologuing. You talk about nothing for as long as possible.
I'll just take off at 8 damage. That sounds fair. Anyway, thank you so much for figuring that out. I thought it was something I did, like the sword didn't want me anymore. I'm glad to know it was just that something sticky glue, crazy glue, something glue. I gotta be careful where I put my hand, honestly.
Kevin, I think you really need to be careful with that.
So Millie,
You're right, Professor.
Millie, I've seen you cast spells before, but I don't know that I've ever seen you cast a cantrip. Are you unable to?
Now, I've seen her trip before. She can definitely trip.
You can trip, can't you?
But yeah, Millie will just snap her fingers and do a minor illusion of herself just like spinning on the tip of her finger.
And then tripping.
Yeah, and then tripping.
I mean, I'm just asking because you put a lot of effort into writing all that down. Why don't you just like minor illusion the words directly?
Because that ruins the entire skit.
Like Fifi's gonna snap her fingers and then the words like this will just appear floating in the air.
Oh. This is my voice.
She sounds like she's been smoking her entire life.
Is it one word at a time? Couldn't you do like a sentence?
It's nebulous, but it also I mean, it's a DM interpretation thing because the more you do with minor illusion, the more it steps on the toes of other spells like Skywrite or other greater illusions that actually use spell slots.
I mean, you can do an image.
Oh, you mean you can't?
Plus, I also really like this whole
That's fine.
skit.
Yeah, because it doesn't specify words in the spell itself. I don't think.
I don't think it does. You can create.
But it can create an image within a 5-foot cube. You could like have a paragraph written there.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can create a sound or an image of an object. So can I make the object a piece of paper with words on it, which is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. Or a telegram. Type out Morse code. Da, 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 da.
That I could do, but you're the Morse code translator.
I don't know if you heard or not, but Millie can actually speak through the link pearl since it's not actually using your voice. It's using your thoughts.
One could assume.
Okay.
But yes, I did hear that.
Okay, so you're walking down the hall towards the recreation area. which does not appear to actually have meant to be a recreation area. It appears to be that's a whole lot of wine.
That's how you do it.
You want to ask for a second glass?
Thank you. Look how much wine she gave me.
It's well
So
done.
Awesome.
I'm not happy of them.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's a lot. I've got a DM. You're
Okay.
gonna
It's gonna
make
make
it
it-
so I go easy on them, or give them a whole bunch of magic items,
Or
to get,
kill us.
or kill them.
Level 7 Tarrasque encounter. Bang.
Is the Tarrasque too much? I'm probably not going to.
The dire Tarrasque.
Yeah. It's a Tarrasque with wings this time.
Don't give him ideas.
I like the idea
Giving
that the
himself
Tarrasque
ideas.
spines can be shot off like projectiles.
Like
Oh, man.
Jolteon
Like
with
artillery?
Kind of. It's like when it dies, it just showers the whole area
with
with.
Lavos.
Yeah, lavas.
Yeah.
Hey, Professor, that area over there looks like a place we could talk.
They were still hungry.
Yeah. So this area actually has a lot of people in it. There's probably a good 30 or 40 people down here right now. There's bookshelves. It looks like there is a section set up that looks to be a makeshift bar. It's just several boxes put together with booze sitting on top of them, and glasses nearby. There's several tables that are set up and chairs. Lots of people are sitting there. As you're approaching the room, many of the people raise their glasses to you, or wave, or just give a hello or a polite nod. But that's what you see as you're walking in. It's a large, pretty open area that looks like it used to be an underground warehouse that's been repurposed.
Well, no one looks like they're over there. We can go talk over there. I'm just pointing out directions. I have no clue. There's like an unoccupied area.
Yeah, over there's a good direction.
Yeah, you're right there. Like no one's over there.
Well, are you talking about like an empty table or?
Yeah, someplace we can talk to see if we want to join this society.
Sure.
So you said the bar is a bunch of upside down boxes or whatever.
It's not a place to sit. It's a
Is
place
that-
to go up and get booze,
Oh,
and then
okay.
there's a table. And you do see a large table where Harry's basically sitting by himself.
Who else is there? I'm sitting with someone.
Okay, Ehrenwald is there. The guy
Alright.
that you saw with the big X tattoo on his face
Oh,
when
with
you
the
first
with
came
the
in.
good looking armor.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a tattoo?
it's a tattoo on his face.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're involved.
No, I
Here we
was
are
thinking of
again.
Eric's gif of Scar that he
Oh,
put
for the
when he
first
described
time. I'm just talking. That X, it's a symbol on your face, a mark, like on a map. Where
It
are you
is.
going?
Where am I going? Oh, that's the wrong voice. Where am I going, you say? It's more about where I'm from.
Where are we all from? We all have pasts. Like writing on a chalkboard. You see the memories of old messages, but they fade into yesterday.
You're very fond of yesterdays.
Yeah. Yesterday is where I was happy. Tomorrow, I don't know. Today, I'm sitting here. Now, have a hug.
Were you ever truly happy?
Or any of us ever happy. Like I said, life is a map. Some of us have our marks, the legends on our face. Some of us don't know where we're going.
It's very insightful.
Oh, I think we're trying to go over there. Go talk. I overheard your conversation.
Yes, well, if you've come to collect your friend, don't let me stop you.
Ah, my adventuring party is back. What have you learned? Meet anyone fun? Find anything?
We
Ehrenwald
can't talk
stands
about
up.
it here
Well,
because I
talk
don't
again.
know if we're allowed to talk about it here. But we can talk about it over there.
So you all sit down at the table where Harry is?
Sure.
Yeah.
Table's not big enough for everyone. Go to
Actually,
another
it's-
table and I'll pull it together and shoo the people who were sitting there away.
There weren't any, but now it's much bigger and way too big for you.
Hey, Millie. Where did you see that? Where is that name from, Millie? Where did you hear that? Read. You can hear, right?
Points to her very large cat
No,
ears on
no,
the top
you
of
also
her
have a
head.
tongue, but that doesn't work. Where did you hear that
Sticks
name?
it out at you and points at the solar.
Right, over there?
You muted, pup.
Whatever direction the solar
Or
is.
whatever it
Which
is.
was Nori?
Well, it seems that my quarry is here. Grab my bow and start heading that way.
Wait, Harry.
I'm not gonna shoot her. I just.
Let's talk first.
You're gonna dye her clothing.
Yeah. That's how I can track her. Well, what is there to talk about? That is my quarry. I'm meant to bring her back to her someone in Gridania.
Well, we'll handle that in a second. Have we ever spoken to you about dreams? That not the ass that
Dreams.
no, not
Dreams
the
of yesterday.
not the abstract dreams, actual dreams.
Harry. The day
I
before.
hear a voice.
No, this is the DM.
Yeah, I hear a voice.
The day before your
Put the
deep
drink down.
depression and sadness began.
So the day before he was born.
You just said you were happy before.
That was an abstract.
Neither
Yeah.
of my
All right, yeah.
We'll say
At some point in the past.
This was years and years ago. This was when you were still
A young lad. Oh yeah.
Your salad days.
A wood whaler.
a wood whaler. Correct. This is when one night you had a dream that you were floating in front of a gigantic crystal in empty space,
Like an aetherite crystal thingy. Okay.
and you just kept hearing the words "hear," "feel," "think" over and over. And this is a dream that you've had many times since, not every night.
Right, but it's a recurring dream every so often.
And every now and again, you have this feeling that you're able to predict something the split second before it happens.
Okay.
Like, I know that something's going to fall right here. Let me step back, and then something
Alright.
falls. It's like you've attributed it to your detective's intuition.
That's
But this is something that you've had.
Didn't Harry get hit by a blob of frog? Or
It only happens
from the
sometimes.
The echo does not always work.
Yes. It's a narrative
Or
power,
else it
not
literally
a game.
the game would not work.
Okay. Dreams, you say, Sid. What kind of dream? I too am a wanderer in the land of dreams.
That's where Kevin's from.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about a specific dream where you're in front of a crystal and you hear words.
Like an aetherite.
Yes.
Sid, I think our dream worlds have begun to collide. I
Well-
think we share a mind, a soul, for I too know that dream.
Well, I think pretty much everybody here shares that dream, and that's why we were. I wouldn't want to say called, but that's why Minfilia
Or what
reached
I-
out.
I have something I think that fits perfectly at this. No. Yes, Destiny. She is a fickle mistress, and she is often late. I wish you had told me of this earlier, for I see that Destiny has brought me to you, and Destiny has brought us here. You know, Sid, perhaps I won't speak of yesterdays as much anymore, for Destiny is leading us for tomorrow.
Well, that is. I don't know.
Somebody in the background starts playing the saxophone woefully.
How that don't
Well, now Minfilia says that we may have some part to play as helping out the Circle of Knowing, prevent some kind of imbalance in the world.
I see.
And it's on us if we decide we would like to help them or not.
And how is she connected to these dreams that plague us?
Well, apparently,
Hold on a moment. Pardon me, excuse me. See, could I have a word with you real quick?
Hey, Harry. Keep
Hold on to
going.
the side.
I'm gonna have another side conversation once you guys.
Did anyone grab a link pearl for Harry, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, is that what plunked in the toilet?
You don't know that.
I don't know. Well, I'm a detective. I investigate.
You smell it. Oh god.
Oh no! Prestidigitation. I'm going to cast as a force level spell.
Sorry, go ahead, you guys.
See, don't you think before we tell him more about Minfilia, we should check to make sure that maybe whoever hired him to find her are not any of these supposed enemies that Minfilia is trying to avoid?
I mean, we definitely can ask. I don't know if we'll be able to get a 100% answer, but it can't hurt, I suppose.
Right?
You got something, please?
Okay, so while they were having that conversation, hey, Harry, just checking to see how many dreams we've actually shared. You've never dreamed of a tall white woman with amazing bosoms and just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, and then woke up wet, have you?
Kevin, unless that lady is Destiny. No, I've never dreamt of a woman.
No, her name's Georgine. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, continue on.
Okay, so my idea would be it was some noble who is in Minfilia's
Do you want me
family.
to tell you who it was?
You can tell me.
Your thought is it's someone in Minfilia's
No, this
family.
is Adam's thought as
Yeah.
far as making the backstory for who hired Harry to find Minfilia would be like some noble, and she's his daughter, wife, mom, whatever.
You were hired by a friend of Minfilia's,
Perfect.
a Garlean, that was wearing, has a tattoo of the number 14 in Roman numerals, but in this world it's just
Garlean numerals. Okay. And they're the three-eyed people from the north.
Yes, he has the third eye. The third eye does not actually look like an eye. It's like a pearl. And he said that he was very worried and wanted you to collect her and bring her back to Gridania, where he would be staying under the Carline canopy.
Okay.
Actually works for the Gridanian Department of Public Transportation. She has a lot of unpaid parking
I'm
tickets.
paid bus tickets.
That's what it is.
He's been hopping
I've
on
been
the
trying
bus.
to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
I know. Oh, no.
Chocobos, extended warranty. And then that leads into my favorite joke. Joke's on you. I change my Chocobo's fluids every 10,000 malms. You what?
Harry,
Alice.
Sherman brought up a good question. What were you thinking, Sherman?
Well, Harry, can you tell us anything about why you are looking for Minfilia?
I'm sorry, but I can't reveal too much of my employer. Just know it is someone who cares for her well-being.
In what way?
500 golden gil up front, with another 1,500 if you bring Minfilia back.
Okay. I'll share that with the group. What did you say?
She cares for her in what way? Or they care for her in what way?
Well, you see, this person cares for her as a deep sign of friendship. No, it's not a scorned lover, a upset, angry father. No, it is a dear friend of hers. That's all I can say.
Can I insight check him?
You may. Isn't that something necessarily aggressive against
Yeah,
another
no.
player?
No.
Which is what?
I
Madam
shot-
Minister?
No, what I was
Put
trying
him
to
out for like around 3
I'm
days.
I'm not like glaring him down.
No, I got it. That's why I'm saying.
Actually, I'm gonna roll.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, the makeup sex is the best.
Okay, I got, I guess, deception.
Are you trying to?
I'm not
deceive
trying.
me?
I'm trying to only reveal what I said.
So in that case, I'm not going to make you roll for it. I have a set DC in mind. What did you roll?
I rolled a 15.
Okay. Harry seems to believe what he's saying.
Look over it. Look over it, Sherman.
Haiti. Who's Haiti? Harry?
Yes, if you help me bring her back. Yeah. Yes, Shevin.
Harry.
Yes, Shevin.
Was this isn't your first client, no?
You heard me talk about yesterdays and times before many times. Do you think I was just sitting at bars all those yesterdays drinking? No, I am an experienced detective, a former cop, and did some things in the war I don't want to even talk about. No, this is not my first case, my first caper. There was
And
the
what's
case
the-
with the Goblin King and the haunted house. That was a funny one.
And what sort of clients do you usually entertain?
Someone missing something, someone looking for something, someone who needs the truth. Perhaps it is someone looking for a lost friend, perhaps it is someone looking for a lost loved one, perhaps it is someone just looking for some information, or even an artifact deep in some forbidden dungeon.
So for you,
Usually I have to go.
So for you, it doesn't matter who comes to you with a case. It's basically just the cases that you are interested in.
Sherbin, it is my duty to find the truth. If it hurts someone, I may avoid telling them that, but I must know it, for that is one of my central tenets of my being. So if we do not live, thank you, Babahad, for agreeing. If we do not live searching for the truth, we all are living in an illusion.
Right. If you're going to speak to Minfilia, are you going to tell her who hired you?
I will do what I must to bring her back.
And if it's somebody that she does not trust?
Well, we'll see what happens when we get there.
Hey, Harry, you ever listen to that book about that?
Depends on how much my bar tab is.
Harry, you ever listen to that book about that dog bird? Is that based on you?
Dahmer?
No, the dog bird. The Maltese Falcon. Is that based on you?
Well, there was one time when I was looking for the Gridanian eagle, a strange statue. Lots of people were looking for that.
Is that a dog bird?
I hear a bard wrote a great story about it. For some reason, when they play that story on the stage, all the actors are dressed in nothing but black and white. It's quite strange.
Oh, because that's how dogs see, right? In different colors. You said that once to me, Professor, right?
What was that, Kevin?
Never mind. It don't matter.
Well, either way, really, I guess it boils down to the idea, or do we want to get tangled up in somebody else's... Well, it's not really. It's Sherbin. I mean, you and Genbu and Harry live in this world.
The way I think about it, and Sherwin and Gabu, you tell me different. If they're not asking us to do anything, and if they do ask us to do something, then we have the option to say no, right? We can walk away right now, is what they said. So we can pick and choose if we want to do something.
You can do anything. I only do what I want.
Yeah, and well, that's true, Gabu. But all I'm saying is, it might help us along the way. One, they'll help us to get stronger, and two, they said they might have connections that will help us in different places.
My only concern, Kevin, is that when you're talking about situations that are going to affect an entire world, that's not something you usually walk away from.
But I don't want Georgine, Paul, and Eliza to be raised in a world that doesn't exist. And if there is this big calamity, I want to make sure they have enough food to eat and never have to starve. And so, if there's something we can do to prevent that, shouldn't we? Isn't that the right thing to do?
It's true. It's very true. I must admit I am worried about my family as well.
Which
Right, sure one has 8 husbands and wives. Is it 8?
8 husbands.
Oh,
That's
husbands.
it.
The wives?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So anyway, yes.
Well, there
Yeah.
was this one time in college.
Got married for a fling because
Husbands. I mean, sure, when you wouldn't want your husbands to have to figure out how they were going to feed themselves all the time. There wasn't enough food. I mean, if there's something we could do, wouldn't we want to do it?
Absolutely.
All I'm saying is, we get the option to help. And when we want to know, at least if we could help, that we have that option versus not knowing at all. I get not wanting to be in other people's business. I completely agree with you, Professor. I don't want to be in other people's business. I just want to get back to my family. But I also want my family to be raised in a place where they're not starving.
That's true. The snow globe where you came from, it still exists in this world. So if something happens to it in this world, what's to say that the same thing doesn't happen in your world?
Exactly.
Well, you sound like your mind's made up, Kevin.
Well, I was trying to make up my mind on thinking what Bob would do. And I think that's the righteous thing to do.
Literally, as you say that, the dog, imagine the description of the one that you found in Ishgard, in Sid's Manor, jumps up on the bar and just knocks over one of the bottles of booze, and then jumps on the floor and begins licking it up.
Oh, for you. And I take out the bowl. I had one at the plate,
Gold saucer.
golden saucer.
Uh-huh.
And, here. And I put some rations in it.
He looks at it and then looks at the booze and begins eating out of the bowl that you gave him.
Oh, you're a good puppy, Bob. I knew you were following us the whole time.
Well, I think we should do it, but taking that into consideration, I think we also need to make sure Harry isn't going to run off to Minfilia against their wishes.
I agree.
I heard that. Did Harry hear that?
Well, you were saying it in front of him, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sherman, I can guarantee you that now is not the day for blood. Well, I mean, did we kill those frogs today?
No.
Yesterday was the day for blood. Perhaps tomorrow, but today, not blood.
That somehow doesn't make me feel better.
Harry, I believe I can handle that.
She wrote for Harry.
Millie.
We can speak later about this. Perhaps I can help you if you tell me more.
Deus, what are you thinking?
Well, I agree with KT. You know, I'm worried about my family at home too, and I want to make sure that everything is good for them. And I don't know if something happens to this world, if something will happen to the snow globe. So I think we should at least consider it.
Millie?
She's still antagonizing Harry.
The payment must be higher too, then.
All right, Fifi.
I mean, my family's all on this side, so I'll do whatever you all want. I don't really have too much skin in this game.
Oh, she called you all family. That was kind of touching.
Aw.
I literally have 2 brothers on this side.
Hey, Fifi,
Just leave it, all right? It was a touching moment.
I also did see a whole library as I was walking with all those books. I mean, it might be good for you to read some of them. Maybe they have some of those holy writings that help you send your spirituality all over the place.
No comment.
Does Fifi say that or just stares at me?
She just says nothing.
Millie, are you're with us yet, Millie?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think? Are you in? Do you want to do this? Do you not want to do this?
Is X guy still at the bar area with us, or is it just our group?
He left.
He walked away from your table. He's at another table right now. There's like 40 people in here. In fact, one of them comes and sits down, just plops a mug down at your table and sits down. All right, what's your lot? What's your story?
I've got a story to tell you, friend.
Not you.
If you're sitting next to me, remember everything's in black and white and there's like smoke.
No, you're sitting next to Deus.
No,
Who's next to Deus, other than him?
me. Between.
All right, he's in between Harry and Deus. But
So
don't all speak up at once.
Millie's writing this just for Sid.
Friend, we're having a moment. I think perhaps you might find more company over there.
No, you look pretty interesting to me. Name's Sicard, former pirate, current circle of knowing now.
Oh yeah. 18 to persuade him to leave.
Y'all look busy. He gets up and walks away.
I would like to note that I rolled with advantage because I cast friends on him.
All right, sure. He just walks away.
That's good, Harry. I hear pirates have gonorrhea, and we're trying not to get that. Remember?
What the fuck?
Yeah. But he might have known Sherman's husband.
Well, if he had his orange juice, I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, I didn't see any orange.
Legible.
Yes, Melinda, these are the conversations.
Science I've ever heard.
This is a fantasy game.
Was that legible, Poe?
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, we did tell them we would take a few minutes and explore the area, so I kind of would like to go and see the place of worship that Philly mentioned. I just, if you don't mind giving me a few minutes to do that, and then
That was out of town a ways. It's not a few minutes.
It was on the
That's
frog
hours,
path.
Yeah.
yeah.
Professor, if you gotta take your time with it, I mean, just because we're all about it, I want to make sure the whole group's about it.
No. I mean, you're not wrong. No harm in taking the pearls.
Wait. So if you wear the pearls for over 10 minutes, they might pour into your brain. So make sure you're not putting them on for too long.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, here you go. And here your pearl.
Thank you.
You're familiar
Remember what I
with
said about the pouring into your brain? I don't think it's a good thing.
Upon hearing Kevin state this, I'll sort of look at the group and see if I'm getting any implicit commands to go along with it.
I imagine the entire group is just nodding emphatically.
Yes, Kevin,
behind
that is the truth.
Kevin's line of sight.
Well, look. It makes sense that if something were to happen out here, it could affect something in Cliffside for those of us who want to go back. And there are good people there. There are no reason to risk them, and I don't want to risk anything out here for the people who live here. So, makes sense. If we're all in agreement.
It looks like we are.
Well, I guess it's a quicker decision than I expected.
Now, sometimes it's just good to be decisive, Professor. I found that, I always go with the first thing that pops into my mind. And, 50% of the time, it steers me in the right place.
That's a good percentage, I suppose. All right. Harry, you coming with us to speak to Minfilia then?
Yes, I have business to attend to.
No sooner does Harry say that he has business to attend to,
Today's
that...
the day for blood.
What?
Today is the day for blood.
There's a booming sound followed by a rumbling in the floor that you can feel. Like it's legitimate shaking that you feel. The entire foundation.
Oh no! Everyone, Harry, you're a liar. There will be blood today. Get ready for an attack.
Harry is now Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes. Not the movie, what? Let's see. So I'm gonna look around. I guess I don't know. Insight check, looking at everyone else because they've been here.
Everyone has jumped up from their seats and are looking around. As you look up, you see like dust coming from the ceiling, like just raining down a bit.
The first person kind of grabbed his shoulder, pulled him. Friend, what's going on?
I don't know. It's never seen that before. Another boom, boom, and this time it's followed immediately by another boom, like two hits right after another. The entire building is shaking, and you see more things begin raining down.
I grab DX and Sherwin. Hey, hide on the table. I'll see what's going on.
Kevin, let's go.
I run off with Harry, I guess.
Yeah. So I guess. Does this seem like some sort of spell effect? Like someone's casting fireballs upstairs or weapons fire? I'm just trying to think.
Roll a roll a military knowledge. We'll just call it intelligence.
Intelligence, okay.
But since you were in the military, you may roll with advantage.
That's an oxymoron. That's a disadvantage if I was in the military.
Military intelligence.
This is with no proficiency, right?
I love the only people that actually say that are those who served in the military.
Oh, you know best.
Okay. 18.
18. You've seen spells be able to have a similar effect, but the sounds that you heard, especially those preceding the explosions, made it sound as if it was weapons fire.
Kevin, I think we're under attack. I remember back in the war, This one village of kobolds. There's nothing left at the end.
Hey, Harry, not enough
Prepare
time.
yourself.
We gotta go see what's happening.
Yes.
And so we run off into like the open area so we can kind of look up. I guess outside of the.
You're currently underground inside of the
Oh,
Waking
that's
Sands.
right.
Another explosion. This time, part of the wall of the area underground collapses in on itself, and it's not, the structure is not falling apart, or is not about to fall apart. But this wall seems to have just broken open and spilling dirt into one of the pathways.
Careful, Harry.
Look around for Thancred or any of the other circle of knowing folk.
People are now beginning to run out of the area where you were sitting, and they seem to be running in the direction of the solar, where Minfilia was.
Yeah,
which is also the direction of the exit.
My quarry is in there. I must get her first before she disappears. I will head towards the solar.
I'm just following Harry.
That's bad.
I will gather Deus and Sherbin from underneath the table and guide everybody toward the solar.
Worst time for Jimmy to be in the bathroom.
I vote we pause.
Yeah,
pause?
fine with that.
I don't know if
We could pause for a minute. Jess stepped away too. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially if it's critical.
Yeah.
Critical thing happening.
So this
Do you
is
have questions that you need answered while we're waiting?
Yeah, kind of. So the formation we're in right now, right? It's Harry and Kevin in the front.
Well, we didn't establish.
I mean,
that.
that's what
Yeah, you guys headed out first.
We headed out first,
from what it
okay.
sounds like. Yes, because like Sherbin and I were under the table. Sid was back to corral us and bring us out.
Omega would have been one of the first ones to run too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Genbu's probably still under the table.
Just taking it down.
Yeah, no, he's not on the table, but he's behind where the bar was.
I'm just trying to, because I want to cast Bless, but I want to figure out on whom to cast it. So I know there's me and Kevin in front, and I guess who else is coming with us? I'll see if Millie also rushed. Outside of the only dream that we as in the group has shared has been the Aetherite hear, feel,
Think.
think.
Yeah.
We said a few other things to them, but the only thing. is that.
Okay. The only dream that we've shared has been the single Aetherite thing. I guess Harry doesn't know, so I don't want to ask. We're getting hit by artillery fire. What do you want to do, Jimmy?
What was quick?
We're getting hit by artillery fire.
No, I don't know if it's really artillery fire.
In the
but
Waking
it
Sands?
is.
There's been explosions, and the entire Waking Sands is just rock like vibrating.
And because we're
Parts
on
of the wall had broken.
Right. So the basement perhaps, has started to collapse, or at least part of it has broken down. The group is heading towards the solar, where Minfilia and everyone else is, as are most of the people there. And question is, what's Millie doing?
Okay.
So we were
to
wait for you,
Yeah,
Jess.
Okay. So we were in the lounge, just
Well,
shooting shit, and
exactly when everyone said yes. Let's accept the quest. Boom, 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 boom.
Convenient.
boom.
Yeah, guess you just follow the group, because why not?
Or we're all going in the same direction at the moment.
I mean, there's only one exit to this place
Yeah.
anyway.
As we're going, Harry's gonna put his arm on Kevin's shoulder and said, "Kevin, I know you believe in Bob, but sometimes we must let other forces guide us and cast Bless on both of us."
I think you get 3 people for
I do, but it's like there's just 2 of us in the front. I don't know. Who else
I don't know what you mean, but
No, I mean, who else would
But
Harry
why not?
cast?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I mean, I would like to
Probably
give it to
Sid.
someone.
Sid's tall.
Sid's tall. All right, Sid, you get it.
All right.
That's why I was trying to get you to say I go first, so I could give it to someone.
Like your crop dusting.
Exactly.
Oh, bless you.
Bless Dustin. Okay, so I think we're heading towards the solar, which is right.
Well, okay. So just to explain, here's the lounge. Right? Here's lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Going this way, you come to a T intersection. If you continue north, you get to where the bathroom was that Kevin was, and some
not
other
going there.
rooms. If you go to the west, that's the solar. The east is the exit. Just to describe where you are.
Okay, so we're gonna have a choice: leave the building being filled or go to the solar. So once we reach that T intersection, Kevin, my quarry is that way. I must go. Where are you going?
Oh, I was gonna go to the solar plexus.
That's
Alright.
all. Let's
We
all
are on
go
the
in that
same
direction.
Yes, let's make sure Harry doesn't whisk Minfilia away in the confusion.
I have been known to whisk away some fey fatales in my. Now is not the time for a monologue.
Literally, as you're running that way, as you're running towards the T intersection, you see Minfilia leading the charge towards the exit with Thancred, Urianger, Papalimo in tow. And it looks like a lot of people are running that way.
I would know. Harry would know what she looks like, right?
She's been described to you.
Okay. Would Harry recognize
Did
her?
I show you? Did you see it?
I know.
Okay.
I have seen it.
I'll shout out really
Guessing
quickly.
You've not seen a picture.
Hey,
Is the
pedophilia,
spelling
what's going
continuous?
on?
I'm not sure. That's also not my name. Please don't call me that.
Is the artillery like continuous?
Yes. And at this point, as you look directly north, where the bathroom was, the entire section just collapses in on itself.
Oh, not the bathroom!
All right, I think we're heading out.
What was the where was the fancy stick on the wall?
That was in the solar. You're gonna go get it.
Beeline it. I'm faster than everybody else. So.
Sure.
Nay.
While everybody is heading east, you go west, and you run into the solar. The door's wide open. All of Minfilia's stuff is there, including the staff, which is essentially in a picture frame on the wall.
Just grab it and go.
Okay, you grab it. You now have
Kindling.
It's called. You have. How do I want to describe this? You have the bottom half of Tupsimati. Tupsimati.
Put that. Where are we going from a stuff? Can you spell that one more time?
Tupsimati.
And so that basically like I was like on the wall behind the desk.
Yeah, it was on the wall behind the desk.
Anything on top of the desk?
There was. Minfilia was in the middle of writing letters.
Anything more interesting than paper? Like a bag, a box, coffer, anything?
What's she writing?
I don't care.
Yeah, there is what appears to be a jewelry box.
And just whoop, on the way back.
Okay.
Not spending time to search for anything, just grab whatever's in arm's distance on
Sure.
the way back out.
There's also a small letter opener that's in the shape of a sword, a great sword, but it's literally like.
Can it split a table?
Give Godbert 2 great sword letter openers.
Dual wielding. Two letters at once.
But yeah, just sprint in, sprint out.
Okay.
Catch up to the rest of the group, hopefully.
Okay. It's not going to take you long. As you go up, you see Tataru is just like, in a panic, and she doesn't really know what to do with herself. And then as she sees Minfilia, she says, Minfilia, I'm leaving. We got to get out of here. And Minfilia says, yes, Tataru, you must go. And Tataru, you see her, it looks like she's praying, and then she begins floating off the ground and then disappears entirely.
We saw this whole thing.
Thanks for the help.
I cast Hunter's Quarry on Infilia.
What does this do?
Oh, it gives me extra damage if I hit her, but it also lets me track her for 24 hours.
Okay.
It's like Hunter's Mark, but better.
Oh,
How
Hunter's
close do you have to be?
Well, Hunter's Mark is the one that's the first level spell.
First level. Oh, but no, this one.
I'm just curious. Can you track them at any distance?
Hi,
Eric.
I think so.
Hey, Audrey.
Oh, it's a baby.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you know their exact location as long as they're on your plane.
Something like.
Or
I don't think you know their
passed
location. I did because that's how the alphabet works.
They get like advantage on tracking.
You unpassed it.
H.
No, wait.
A, B, C, D,
G,
E,
H.
F, G, H. Okay. This is how I do the alphabet. Hunter's Mark.
Is it Mark or Corey?
Mark.
Mark.
Okay.
Mark. Quarry is from 4th edition.
Hi, John.
Do you have advantage on wisdom or checks to find it?
Really?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I think as just a ranger, your favorite enemy or whatever, you get something.
Then there's a different spell.
There's
though.
another one. Yeah, there's another one where like any place on the plane,
You know where they
exactly
are.
where. This
Yeah.
is the first level. Blah blah blah.
You know what, Jess? I could actually participate in the Lalafell slander now because I'm an Aura.
Really?
Oh, you
I'm gonna change it for a little while. I'm gonna change back, but I changed my race to an Aura.
You look good.
Uh huh.
No, that's it. Oh, my quarry. I go that way.
Minfilia has a literal target on her back now.
Well, don't they know that they've been?
It doesn't specify that Hex or Hunter's Mark give any indication to the recipient.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's that, and that's the reason why they last for so many hours.
That would make
so you
sense.
can be like, oh, I'm going to go curse that politician so he fucks up his speech or something like that.
Yeah, it does not say the character knows.
Okay. Well, Minfilia is running outside of this warehouse, the empty warehouse. Tataru is teleported away.
Fun.
I will usher everybody out. I'll take the rear.
Giggity. Okay. So, are you all going outside? Another explosion hits the wall and just debris comes raining down. It doesn't hit you. You get out of the way of it. It's as if you saw it coming somehow. But you step out of the way, run through the door, and when you look out into the Rolet Sea... Rolet? Shit, what did I say
Something
it was?
with a B?
No, it was an R.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. Rotano.
Rotano.
The Rotano
Bay.
Sea. Yeah, it's sea, I think. Anyway, you look out at the sea and you see this.
What do you see in the middle of the sea?
Hold on 1 second, I'm getting it.
Yeah, the letter E. My mother-in-law told me that joke, but she said, "What do you see under the sea?" And then she said the letter E, and it's. I spent 30 minutes trying to understand what the joke is supposed to be.
Well, it is the most common letter for code breaking, right? So it's like
You see, I just sent it to D&D Dial-In.
I'm so excited. Prompts.
That looks fun. The fuck is that?
There are also a number of metal ships that
Holy
you
cow.
see in the bay, and they're making their way towards land.
What?
You see a number of Garlean
There
soldiers
we go.
in Vesper Bay.
Oh yeah. Was Mr. 14 the person who hired me to find her? Did I know that he was somehow connected to the Garlean military?
He was so okay. Roll a history check. Or wait.
I guess. I mean, what I'm trying to infer is are these people likely to be connected to my employer to find Minfilia?
Roll an advantage in a general knowledge check. So this is the intelligence base.
+3.
This would actually be
20.
something that you would. Okay. The tattoo with the 14 is the symbol of the 14th Legion of the Garlean military.
And this person seemed like they were still in the military.
The way that they conducted themselves and their mannerisms appeared to give off that.
It wasn't like a 80-year-old guy who was like, I'm back in the war.
He's probably in his 40s.
That was on his face.
His neck.
See, that's how they keep military enrollment numbers high. They put your face tattoo on you, and you can never get another job.
Smart. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, I know that.
That
Can
is
we
something.
tell like, because we're under the impression, based on what happened in Ishgard, that Garlio?
The Garlemald?
Garlemald, thank you. Reinhardt. We're under the impression that Garlemald is supposed to be good, right? They're allied with us, correct?
International peacekeepers like the Peace Corps.
Like he said.
So they say.
So we see the Garlean troops. Can we tell if they're trying to protect us, or does it look like they're the ones attacking the town?
One civilian based on is like
You're cutting out a little bit, but I think I got
Like
what you
the
said.
UN, where
And that's,
not.
are they attacking
It's one
people?
country
No, but they do have
doesn't
weapons
control, but they would
drawn,
go
and they
and
appear to be establishing a
foreign aid
perimeter
in
up
other
against
countries.
the waterfront.
Are they looking to keep people in, or
It's to kill monsters. And things like that.
It's hard to tell.
But it is specifically the nation of Garlemald doing it. It's not.
You see Minfilia looking out,
It's
and
the
she looks
Oh, okay.
panicked at
Like,
seeing that
we
in the
kind
middle of
in
the sea.
like on the way
And,
to, like, right at the border where the cold shit was.
Okay.
So we.
What's happening?
I'm explaining
I'm
the
trying to
Garlemald stuff because he wasn't
figure-
here for that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Inti was. But
Inti was there.
I was.
well, Inti was there, but I don't think Adam was
No.
there for Inti.
Okay.
But like
okay,
we
so
ran
they're-
into a patrol before we got to the super cold ass place, and they were killing plant monsters, and we said, "Hey, who are you?" And they're like,
Okay.
"Oh, we're from Garlemald. We send people.
So-
we have some bases around the world to help kill monsters
okay,
and
okay,
protect
okay.
civilians
That makes-
and stuff like
I
that."
see, I see, so-
And the Crown Prince was visiting Ishgard to meet with the Pope of Ishgard.
So just to use a very crude real-world analogy, they're more likely, or less likely to be teaching math in third-world countries, and more likely to be hunting corrupt warlords.
They're America and Afghanistan.
But more benevolent.
Yuck.
Yeah, that's I'm thinking the UN military. Okay, but of course, analogies for a fantasy game they only go so far. I
That's about as
understand.
close as you.
I get it.
That's
Yeah.
That's
fairly
what, that's what we've seen and what we've been told.
Yeah, Harry's just
They're
stopped the thing
imperialists.
for like 10 minutes in the
Evan
middle.
loves
of
them.
it. Yeah, that's what's happening. He's
Yeah.
learning information, remembering things.
It's literally an empire for John. So yeah, they're Imperials.
Yes. It's
Okay.
the right way.
So another volley shoots out from the back of this blue machine that's out in the bay, and directly at the warehouse. Nowhere else in Vesper Bay. Directly at the warehouse. And it hits it and explodes. Debris begins raining. I need everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
Bless is, I think, attack rolls and saving throws for the three of you.
Yeah. Oh shit! I stopped concentrating because I hunter mark.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
I
That's a
rolled a
blessing.
4.
All right, I'll take that.
Okay, we've got 20 plus. 15 plus?
What'd you get?
10 plus.
Oh, nice stuff to roll.
Oh.
Okay. 10 exactly.
Well,
What'd you get, Eric?
Still rolling. Hold on.
He rolled a D100. Just
5x4. 5.
B100 is the perfect reason to have a dice tray.
oh god, yeah. Or a tower
16.
that can fit it.
16? Okay.
Yeah.
Did anyone roll less than 10?
I did.
Harry, Kevin, and Sherbin, you are hit by falling debris.
Damn it.
You take 10 points of damage.
Easy peasy.
The rest of you are able to avoid it. You had a premonition of it falling and knowing exactly where it would fall, as if intuition, and you step out of the way before it hits you.
Oh. As long as I don't spill my drink, I'm fine.
Your drink is still in its glass.
I know.
Okay, at this point, you hear a booming voice coming from out on the bay. Citizens of Vesper Bay, there are rats among you. If you are with the Circle of Knowing, your life is forfeit. If you are not, give them up, you will be spared. This is a Garlean peacekeeping mission against insurgents. Do not interfere. After that, another volley comes through, and it hits the back of the building, so you're not in danger of getting hit by rubble this time.
Do the what was the name of the old mercenary guards?
The brass blades.
Brass plates. What are they doing?
Not here. They haven't been in Vesperberry since you got here.
Really? I thought we saw some of them, but no, not a single one.
Nope. You haven't seen any brass blades since Horizon.
Gotcha.
Are the Guardians within earshot?
I have a chalk arm now.
There are many of them in earshot, yes. And several of them are charging in the direction of the warehouse at this point.
Is it like
Weapons drawn.
totes obvious that we just came out of the warehouse?
Yes.
Yeah, there's one crushed building. Well, Tralahag, it seems they're within earshot. You know what else is within earshot?
Ears.
Arrows. I don't know. I roll initiative. I prepare to attack.
Not yet. Vinfilia says, "That's Valens Van Varo. And he's piloting the Sapphire weapon. We must leave."
I think that's something we need right now.
We see Minfilia. Are any of our Thancred or Yangé all out there with us, or are they?
Everyone's out there.
Oh, what about the bartender?
There was no bar.
I mean, at the
the one
bar
that was at
we
the bar? You don't see them.
Can you put
God, they
that
killed him already.
dude's name in the chat?
What happened?
Can you put the dude's name in the chat?
Valens Van Valen.
Oh, you want me to put it in the chat? Yes.
Yes.
For the intuition, I see what you did there.
I know. There's so many puns I could have made.
I don't know. Don't think you could top though the subtle Fist and Dantalus joke that Inti was founded upon.
And remember, you know that Van is a title,
Right.
and it means he's a legatus of a legion.
Okay. The 14th Legion. Maybe.
Better legate than never.
Leo, when you said you were worried about people coming, what are
We
you?
can't hear you, Jess. Jess, you're cutting out. We can't hear you.
Deus and Millie have upgraded their goal for things to hijack from the Garland Empire.
Yep. Oh, magic hammer out.
Sapphire weapon in.
Technically, the Sapphire weapon is Magitech, so...
Well, but the Walker, we're like, fuck the Walker. We got
Okay,
goals
that
now.
is-
Is this a little bit better?
Oh, I thought it-
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
yes, what's up?
I'm listening, but I gotta...
He has a speaker in there, don't worry.
So, Minfilia, when you said you were worried about people coming after you, you didn't mention that it would be an entire empire. Why are the Guardians charging us?
I think he said once.
Minfilia, and I told Xenos I wouldn't go on a date with him.
By the way, all my magic items are yours if you want them.
She's just like standing there, like with the apple looking wheel,
Floating.
just pickpocket, pickpocket, pickpocket.
AFK.
I'm prepared to lie. You know, just in case
Yes.
we need it.
No hostages. It was terrible. They gave us nothing but cheap brandy.
Not even.
Why is Minfilia staring at the children like that? Kevin was right.
Children.
Kevin's always right.
Somewhere.
Kevin holds it? I don't know.
Christian, you want another one of whatever those is?
Yeah, sure, I'll take another one.
Or unless you want this one.
No, it's fine. I think there's some in the back too, if you didn't see.
This is maybe I'll check.
There was like two in the back.
Oh, yeah, good point. Kevin puts in his link barrel.
10 minutes.
As far as I can tell, that's the last one.
Okay.
The advantage of the earlier start time is there's more time for drink. I have
too many things. I have ran out of room to list all the things that I am in possession of.
That's why you gotta have a second character sheet just to fill out for additional pages.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do have.
That's what
I
I
have
did.
this part here, this whole second section.
Oh, yeah.
I just know if I put it there, I will forget it's there.
What are you putting?
Just like I have so many written things that I have, I think I need to just list my standard adventuring gear on a different page, and then list the neat stuff on the first page.
Yeah, I got 3 page 2s for all my stats.
Butter link shells? Oh my god.
That's some good art you found there too.
Oh yeah.
Can I see? Is it the one that you posted in the chat?
Oh, it's one of them.
I should totally.
Oh, I like that a lot! That's awesome!
Which one?
And then this is the one I saw. Okay.
I need to print this in color. So
Yeah, it's one I
get
colored
this
right there.
in color.
You colored? Oh, you changed the color. That's right. And then okay, then you have Deus being sexy. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good. Okay, so what did I miss?
Oh, Sherbin asked a question, which Jess will now ask again.
And then I think Benfilia gave us like a bunch of gold.
Yes. And she said we leveled up.
Wow. You know, I think I would have remembered that.
She also said she turned down Xenos on a date, and that's why they're.
I heard that part. Yeah.
She hears what she wants to hear.
No, Minfilia, when you mentioned that you were worried about people following you or coming after you, you didn't tell us it was an entire empire. Why are the Guardians charging at us?
We sabotaged their mining operation in Cotonou 5 years ago. Valens, the legatus that's piloting that sapphire weapon monstrosity, was the one leading that expedition.
Why'd you do that?
Because they were digging up foul powers. The Garleans themselves might be good people, but Valens is not. And what he was after was evil.
Is foul power.
Yes.
Is digging up where
Birds.
or Kevin's using the bathroom.
I was
No,
exactly
it's the
thinking
chickens from Zelda.
Oh no.
That's what he was
no.
digging
the
up?
chocobo cab, or no, not
Cuckoos.
the.
Cuckoos, yeah, or whatever
Yeah.
they're called.
Well, how can we get you out of here?
I would say get yourselves out of here. We can teleport. We can teleport you, in fact.
Well,
At this point, several of the Garlean soldiers begin charging. Do you guys want to leave, or you want to fight?
I think leaving is probably the better bet.
I agree.
How many soldiers?
You see 10 right now.
That's
Are they charging through, like, civilians?
They're running from the waterfront closest to you towards you. They're about 40 feet away.
Oh, well, I can slow them down.
40 fulms, excuse me.
I will cast Entangle on them.
Entangle?
Yes.
Why'd you add an M to the end?
Because like foam.
No. Okay, you cast Entangle. What's the save on that? I'll roll once.
I mean, this is meant to like
Slowing, right?
slow them. So if we're gonna teleport away, that's fine. Oh shit, this is my. I can't track it anymore. Stupid concentration. Entangle is strength check against 14.
That's a fail.
So
No matter what their
they're
bonus is, that fails.
slowed.
Okay, they're slow.
All right,
Okay.
well,
The Circle of Knowing begins handing out small satchels to each of you. Hold out your hands, and they're giving you these satchels. Are you taking them?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
can we trust them? Insight
What'd you roll?
13.
You're not really sure what they're doing.
Okay. Well, everyone else is doing it, so.
is it taking them a minute? Is it taking them a minute to cast this?
Well, they haven't cast anything yet, but they
Okay.
handed out small satchels to each of you. Papalimo begins casting a spell targeting all of you. You feel your cells begin to levitate. And then the contents of the bags you see were actually golden gill that evaporates out of the bag as the spell completes. No! And you are teleported away.
I'd been wanting to do something before that spell went off.
What would you have done?
Is Kevin gonna end
I was
up?
going to run up to the nearest Garlean soldier, and jump and grab them before the spell went off. Like a save me!
Roll a dexterity save. Or dexterity ability check.
Sorry, my bless is gone.
13.
Okay. The spell goes off as you're jumping towards the Garlean.
God damn it.
Yeah. If you'd beaten their armor class, I would have won it, but
No advantage for my deception?
no. Not as good. Because they were aggressive towards you.
How are you deceiving them if you're running straight at them?
Because I was literally running up with a sign that said, "Help me, I've been kidnapped."
That assumes that the soldier knows how to read.
I'm just going to say, for the purposes of this, they don't stop charging, and they don't appear to try to grab you or anything.
I mean, they didn't need to.
There's a reason for this.
I'm sure their intent was to kill. My intent was to kidnap.
I understand. It didn't work.
I'm gonna use inspiration on that.
Yeah.
And it got lower.
Where'd you have inspiration from?
I've had 2 inspirations from the beginning of the game. Because I went through and edited everything.
Okay. How many do you have left?
That was my last one.
Okay.
God
Alright.
damn it.
You were pretty close, I'll give you that. Okay. Suddenly, you are no longer in Vesper Bay. Instead, you find yourselves teleporting to the Aetheryte in... Hold on. Probably would have been great if I had this up beforehand.
Where's Hold On?
Ulda.
Hold on! You were just pronouncing it wrong.
Yes. Now, notably, none of the Circle of Knowing are with you.
Well, where did my group go?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Join me.
Cliffhangers Incorporated,
there.
all of you made it here. The Circle of Knowing did not.
Okay.
The other members of Circle of Knowing.
Where are we? What happened? What's going on?
If he was entangled, he'd be incapacitated.
Wait,
It doesn't. Incapacitation
I mean, not
is
incapacitated.
where are we? Why are we here? Where did these go?
Kevin, Kevin, I think we're back in Ulda, and I touched the link pearl. Minfilia? Tancred?
Yes, we are evacuating right now. We will be in touch once we've established a new base. And with that, the line cuts.
Damn, my lead is gone. Have to start over. Oh wait, Professor Dennis. We told the inn we would pay them when we left, right?
I think you give money up front.
I gave money up front.
Damn.
What's going on?
These are two terrible things.
Where'd all those?
You never pay your bartab up front.
Where'd all those soldiers go? This doesn't look like where we're just at.
Yeah, they teleported us back here, Kevin.
Teleport?
Yeah, it's kind of what we did to get here, to this world, only not through a portal, through a divine spell.
Wait, and they did that with Gil?
I am not too sure how it works. I don't think that any of us are able to cast that yet, so...
Wait, so it took all of us and sent us to another place. Where are we?
we're back in Ulda, Kevin.
Yeah, they can do that? Why don't we just teleport all the time?
Well, none of us can cast that spell.
What was that battle about? I mean, what was even going on?
It's Kevin.
I don't know, but
I'm picturing Kevin as Seth Meyers.
no matter what, when you're dealing with a group that's attacking a place where there are innocent civilians, I have a hard time believing they're on the right side.
I agree. They were just seemed like they were like shooting their cannons off like indiscriminately. I don't even know what that word means, but I think it means like they don't know what they're gonna hit.
You used it well.
Hey, you taught me well.
Well, it seemed to me like they were very focused on that warehouse.
Yes,
Did
there
you
was an
notice-
indiscriminate.
Wait, so
They
you're
were
saying
discriminating
What-
against us.
When we walked out, all of the soldiers ran directly towards us from every direction.
wait. Yeah, and I saw one of the soldiers had that a tattoo on their neck. Didn't you say you were talking to a soldier with a tattoo on their neck, or a person?
I didn't
Harry?
describe the soldiers as having tattoos on their neck,
Yeah.
but yes, they did.
Oh, they
They did have it.
what tattoo did
they were
The
tattooed.
Garlean soldiers are wearing it's full coverage.
Their
no
necks
no
are,
skin.
Their
I
necks
actually
are
remember
exposed.
that cutscene. It was a really cool
Really?
cutscene.
Many of them are, yes.
Okay.
And what was that, John?
I remember that cutscene, like one of the few cutscenes I remember from.
You're talking about the opening movie.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Which was fucking awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
It was
saying.
incredible.
Anyway, yes, they were tattooed with a 14 on their neck.
This is an interesting development.
Wait. So you were trying
Outside
to
of
bring
game?
pedophilia? So go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, outside of game, fun fact about the legions of Garlemald: each different legion is based on a Final Fantasy game that came before it. So, like the 14th Legion, obviously Final Fantasy 14, but there's resemblance. Like the 12th Legion has callbacks to Final Fantasy 12, things like that. I just thought it was really
That's
cool.
clever.
It's like never outright stated, but if you look into it, it's obvious.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Clever.
So
The first
Harry,
legion's all very pixelated.
you ever trying to bring pedophilia to one of those guys? I don't think they're very nice.
I didn't say that.
Because you had talked about you described the person who was you were trying to bring them, or maybe you did. Sorry, maybe
No, I don't think he described the person.
All right, I said that. I said that. Yes.
maybe we had them.
Yes. This is an interesting development. The person to whom I spoke made it seem as though this was a personal matter. Now I'm not so sure. What was the guy's name? Did I catch it?
He didn't give you one.
Didn't give me a name. Oh, of course. I mean, I must be
He said
cautious.
to you, specifically, he said to you, "She'll know who I am."
And he did pay me.
He did. He paid you the 500 up front.
Did he sound like that voice on the
Yes.
loudspeaker?
Did he sound like that voice on the loudspeaker?
He did not.
I didn't see.
But go ahead and roll a
Millie, that's
tuition check.
all well and fine, but you don't fire artillery into a city
Yeah.
from meddlers.
Do I?
I agree.
I voted. That was a 2.
I actually did vote, by the way. I've got my.
I've got mine. I'm
Oh, nice.
really excited to stop getting freaking
Text.
text.
God, I have to reply stop to all.
Oh
They never
Lord!
stop. What do you get?
I rolled double 2s, so that's a 10.
Okay. You have the feeling that you were being watched or followed, but you have no idea how.
Attribute that to the cheap brandy they serve at that bar. Yes, I can't say it was the same person who hired me to find her, but I can say that 14 on the neck is a strange coincidence. That, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is a sign of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire.
You would know that.
No, I remember now that I do know
confidence.
that. Yes. Okay.
So-
Wake up that one brain cell.
That's who attacked the 14th Legion. They don't seem like very good guys.
No. You see, usually, as Sherbin did point out very astutely, I do not discriminate much against my clientele, but sometimes I must refuse service. And this seems like a case where I should have earlier.
Well, on the bright side, you did get some money from it.
Well,
Kill.
Who did? Money from what? Oh, all that disappeared in the spell, I think, Kevin.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Anyway,
The money you got for taking the job, you still have that. That's
Yeah.
500 gold.
Yes, I have that. Well, I have significantly less because you see there are certain expenses when tracking someone of this. Brandy, staying at inns,
I get it. I'm not worried about your guilt. I just saying, regardless, I don't think we should be talking to those people. They don't seem very kind.
Well, Millie, you've seen what Fifi could do. You've seen what we all could do. Do you think that's an acceptable amount of force that you could use for something that's mischievous? Meddling does not seem to be an equivalent force to artillery shelling.
What's Miller saying, Professor?
Millie's understanding of why they would need that kind of force to bring in people that they were looking for, but I think that was above and beyond.
I agree. I mean, there's just some things you can do right and some things you can do wrong. And I'll tell you right now, in war, at least in the books that I listen to, bad guys do those type of things.
Books he listens.
All the books
Yeah, George
are read to me.
reads
I don't read them.
Either way, they're the ones that got us out of it. The Garleans didn't seem to be too concerned with collateral damage.
Professor, I have to say you were kind of right. I mean, I don't want to put our entire group in danger, but then again, I don't want a calamity to strike. Unless it's coming down the chimney.
And Minfilia did say that it was specifically this particular legatus in question. That he might be operating on his own.
What to say, Professor?
If someone of Papalymo's strength was our enemy, she would use the same amount of force.
I think that's insane. I mean, you're not going to go kill innocent people, women, children. You think that's okay? Is that what you're trying to say, Millie?
Kevin, I don't think there were many children in the. Well, it wasn't a bar, but it was a bar. But
Well, innocent people. No, not all those people were part of the circle of secrets, the secret circle, that thing we were just talking about.
well, if it's a circle of secrets, how do you know if they're a member?
The circle of knowing.
That thing. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is you just don't go around trying to kill innocent bystanders.
Kevin, that's war. Yes, they were.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to straight up say anything, but they were only attacking the warehouse.
No, that's exactly like from a ballistics perspective, those were targeted shots in a specific area going after a specific group, and we know that every single person in that basement and Tataru above was part of the Circle of Knowing.
Little do they know that Tataru is the BBEG.
Oh, man,
That's what I was saying.
Their origin story.
No, that's an ongoing joke in the Final Fantasy XIV community that Tataru is the big evil behind everything.
Well, either way, we're out. And Minfilia says that she'll get in contact with us once they have a new base of operations.
Yes.
You think maybe we should also ask around about what happened at the place Minfilia said she...
Cartino.
Cartino. You think maybe we should ask around about what happened at Cartino?
It couldn't hurt. Unless we're planning to go straight to Gridania and continue your quest right now.
That was a detail.
We've got some time to kill.
Hey, TX, how many days have we got left before we got to bring in that egg?
We got about 2 months and 2 weeks, roughly.
All right. Well, I think we still got time, and also if we can figure out how to use that aetherite thing, it might be able to get us there faster.
Yes, I think it would be a good idea to ask around a bit because, from what it sounds like, this Valens Van Barrow, he might be acting on his own apart from the rest of the Garlean peacekeepers. Because what happened today, I agree with you, Sid, it was definitely not very peaceful. Even if they did target only one building, it did not seem very peaceful at all.
Sherwin, I do want to ask, do you still want to continue to travel with us? I mean, seems like no matter where we go, we're getting into trouble and bad things are happening. And I don't know if this is like any other Gleamer mission you've been on, but one of the things we said we'd do is protect you. And I don't know if we can continue to protect you if things like this keep happening.
Well, all things considered, this might be bigger than you and I, Kevin. If the whole world is at stake, regardless or not, if you're under my employment, I think we should do what we could to save the world and the rest of the people who live in it. I being one of them.
I couldn't agree with you more, Sherwin. I agree. Well, if you feel safe traveling with us, I'll do my best to protect you.
Well, if we're going to be looking for information, we've got to be very careful in who we speak to and what we say.
Tell you what, I won't be saying much because I know sometimes my mouth can get us all into trouble. I'll leave the secret talk up to you guys. And Gale.
And owls.
Oh, sorry, and owls, Cabadon.
He came with us, right? She came with us.
Yeah. At this point, you hear a little beep in your link pearls. You just hear, "This is Thancred. Did you make it?" How do you know that?
Because I saw that there was a meme. It was a Metal Gear Solid reference.
Oh, gee.
It wasn't, but
people think that.
yeah.
Oh, I unplugged the controller and put it in number 2.
Because that's what
Okay, Psycho Man did.
Sid Garland told us about the Cardinal
Oh,
expedition.
jeez.
Yeah.
And then we relayed that
Garland
to the
up
group.
to no good, metal in world affairs. Excavation foiled by Circle 5 years ago.
Can you set the world clock? I had 24 hours. I want to see if anything dies.
The theater is now.
That was Sid told you guys that Garland was up to no good? Or no, that the Circle of Knowing was up to no good. Okay. Meddling in world affairs.
So Thancred says, "This is Thancred. Are all of you safe?"
We are.
No, Professor, how do we know it's really him?
They're the only people on this network.
Yes, you sweet naive fool. Thancred, prove it.
Oh, it's really
I
who?
escaped.
What are you guys talking
I
about?
escaped to Horizon. The others are scattering to the winds. I'll be in touch when we know where we're going to reestablish our base of operations. Keep your head low. Stay away from Garleans if you can.
Right. Well,
Thancred out.
oh, he said his name twice. It must be him.
Yeah.
Right, what?
Oh,
Double confirmation.
double confirmation. You can't lie.
So if you want to know what that meme is about, this is Thancred. They introduced in Endwalker where it actually comes up the character portrait and their name above it when they're speaking in certain cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
So there comes to a cutscene where he's talking over the link pearl to you, and he just said it's got his picture, it's got his name, and it just says, "This is Thancred." That's where the meme came from.
Oh no, this isn't where Big Eye is. This is where Momodi is, right?
Modi is
Correct.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Did she want her card back?
The quicksand.
You already gave it back.
I think it's the quicksand, right?
The Quicksands is where Momodi is.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
And they told us to lay low. It's one of the things I do best.
You're all just gathered around the Aetheryte right now. There's people coming and going from this area over, like, all the time. It's like hundreds of people in the short amount of time that you've been here have either shown up at the Aetheryte via teleport or gone to the Aetheryte to teleport elsewhere in the city.
Friend, have you seen any Garleans
They
nearby?
disappear.
If not,
Get one coming.
yeah,
Get one
I
coming.
grab one coming. Have you seen any Garleans nearby?
Get your hands off me!
Friend,
I'm not interested! And he runs away.
friend, come back.
Geez, Harry, you sure do have a lot of friends.
Okay. 23 to
do what?
persuade him to not run away.
Yeah, he ran the fuck off because you grabbed him.
No, but we're friends though.
No. It's not gonna work that way.
That's how.
Hey, my friend always grabs me. I don't know about.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Probably get out of this area.
Yes, let's go someplace where we can talk.
Yes, back to the quicksand, or whatever the hell it's called.
The Quicksand.
Quicksand, yes.
With an S at the end, but you got it.
Yeah, I think
Quicksand.
after that, I could sure use a drink.
I know, the waking sands, the quicksands.
We don't
they're very similar.
pronounce S's at the end of words.
Yeah, isn't sand already plural? I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's a mass
It's
net.
a grain of sand.
It's a mass net.
No, if you're talking about the object sands, then the object sand, then yes, that's already plural. But if you're using sands as in a location, it's got the S at the end.
It's a fantasy game.
That's
not English.
No, that's fucking Earth.
Like if you're referring to multiple deserts as sands, it's gets the S.
There's also cities named after it, so it's like that kind of thing.
No.
Why are we all talking about
There's
skeletons?
also a hotel called the Sands, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's
in
right.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, that definitely doesn't mean it's right.
John, what the fuck?
We're all talking about
different
sands.
Sands.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Comic?
Like,
No, from Undertale.
oh,
Why?
yeah, that guy.
Why? I don't need twerking sands in my life.
Yes, you do.
All right, well, I'm off to the quicksand.
Slow down. We're going with.
All of you touch the aetherite, and you think of the aetherite, the miniature aetherite outside of the quicksands, and you are whisked away right in front of the quicksands.
Ew.
There is an aetherite network in every major city.
Is that guy that I grabbed there?
No,
Why are you following
he
me?
ran off to the Gladiators Guild.
Oh. All right, that's where I go.
Tell me, Timmy, do you like gladiator movies?
No.
Do you not know that reference?
No.
Have you ever seen a grown man naked?
You're terrible at basketball. Listen, kid, I'm dragging my ass up and down that court every night. I fucking love Airplane. That's
Airplane's
such
so
good. What's your vector, Victor? Sorry. I can't help it.
I haven't seen that movie.
Excuse me, stewardess. I speak jive.
I know that scene, but...
Is it also coffee where you had the little girl who says
Yeah.
she likes her coffee?
I like my
black?
coffee and the two little
Like my
kids.
men?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cream, sugar, no.
There's a woman who's hysterical, and there's a line of people just waiting to slap her. Yes. That's a great movie. I want to watch it again.
Lots of gags. Okay, so we're at the quicksands.
Oh, I mean, what do we do now? I kind of got to figure out where we're gonna go next.
I think we should speak privately.
Oh, I thought we were speaking privately.
Well, we're in the middle of a bar right now.
Let's go to one of our rooms.
That's even less private.
Billy's hooked.
I need a gamble.
It is bright lights and shiny objects. So.
Be honest, it's fucking fun. I love going there.
Yeah, let's go to a room quickly.
Poe, outside game. Have you been to the Gold Saucer in the game? Did we take you there? Okay.
I've been there a lot.
I didn't know. So, all right. Anyway, okay.
Remember, I've been subscribed for like 7 years, but I've played a total of like a month.
Okay. So you're heading to one of your rooms instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all made it back in a hurry. Momodi at the bar.
Yeah, got things to do.
Yes.
As a group, you know what? None of my business. You go about yourselves. So you end up in a room. I'm not sure whose. We'll say that they ended up in the tanning area.
Oh, yeah.
So now there's horrible smells all around you as they're
I swear it wasn't me.
Momodi. They're just like, what? As they're walking away.
Millie. Remember what I said about being careful about what we say to people.
Oh, yeah, what do we do next? Need to investigate this or keep going and helping get the egg? I don't know.
Well, I don't know that talking to people is the safest way to go about it. I wonder if there's any kind of record in the library or some kind of documentation about some kind of attack on
Well,
Cartno.
I think we might get alright to ask about Cartano. We wouldn't necessarily need to be asking about Garleans.
Yes, well, I, for one, want to hear more about this Valen's
Valen's vast deference. I
Van Halen?
swear to God, I called him that in game.
I heard.
I used to refer to him as vast deference. I'm not even kidding.
All right. Well, who do we think we could ask?
You fucking dick. That's what he is. So.
Well,
If we can't ask about them, we could always ask where vampires live, and then we go to the furthest point of where vampires live, and then we can. That's where we'll find all the Garlicans.
oh shit, they're garlic.
He's Garlean and a friend. Well, he's in Ishgard.
You stare into the abyss long enough, it stares back.
Garland.
Sid Garland. Yeah.
No, he's in Ishgard, and no offense, Millie, I know that you seem to be understanding of their side of it, but I don't know that we get a very unbiased report from a Garlean.
You could send him a letter.
That's not wrong. How long does it take to get us back over there?
It's what, 3 days to airship from Ishgard to Ula?
Yes, that's how long it took you.
Wait, can you guys all catch me up? What are we trying to do now? I don't quite understand.
Well, and Emmerich and it's sitting where we're trying to get some information, Kevin. We're trying to figure out who's on the up and up here, I guess. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we get some information about what happened in Cartano.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty clear they were trying to kill just anyone that was around that area. I know he's the bad one.
Well, that was Vesper Bay. We're talking about the thing that supposedly incited this incident 5 years ago in Cartano.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, I, for one, know at least one member of the 14th Order Legion in Gridania. It's my contact. Perhaps he would know more.
And again, no offense to you, but given what we just went through, do you think that's an unbiased opinion?
I think it is an opinion, and it's more than nothing.
Hey, Sherwin, Harry, is this something that like everyone knows about, or is it like if we went to go downstairs and talk to the bartender about what happened there, do you think they know?
I don't know.
Would Sherbin and Harry be aware of what happened?
Or get info.
Yeah.
Or at least know where it is.
The Cartano Flats is a location along the border between Thanalim, which is Ul'dah region, and Mordona. Mordona is an independent area outside of the four major nations. For those who did see the trailer, I'll post it later, the opening of Realm Reborn, where the giant dragon was.
Harry doesn't own a computer?
Does he? Really? Okay, I'm saying this outside of the game. But where that giant battle took place with Bahamut, that's Cartano Flats. That's what you saw. That's not what happened in this world, but that's where that is.
Gotcha.
So I think your question, or maybe it was Jess's question,
Also,
was...
it's a PvP area. That's where you do frontline. Some of frontline.
I'm like, wait, there's open world PvP and I've been missing it this entire time?
Is this conflict between the Circle of Knowing and the Garleans' common knowledge, or is this like...
Yeah, like did they keep it all?
Okay.
Well, remember, most people didn't know anything about it. The only people that you got information about that conflict was from Sid Garland. And I think Emmerich might have said something along the lines, but not specifically about that conflict.
Emmerich had basically said that... I lost my...
So it would be something like common knowledge, like Area 51 or something.
Well, the Circle of Knowing is not common knowledge in and of itself.
Correct.
And we had to ask 3 different groups of people, and only 2 of them had ever heard of the Circle of Knowing, and that was Sid. Emmerich knew of Minfilia, but did not mention the Circle of Knowing, and said that his agents had last seen her, heard of her in Horizon X amount of years ago, Garland said he knew her personally, and then the last thing he had heard about her was that 5 years ago, the whole Cardinal thing.
Yeah. My whole thought is that if anyone
and more donuts.
Yeah.
if anyone would know about just something that happened at Cardinal, so that we would get either a second or third person's perspective as to what the conflict was about.
Right.
Right now, we just only know what Minfilia told us.
Yeah, right. I'm just trying to see, is it more common knowledge or is it less common knowledge?
Which part?
Something happened in Cardinal.
It's
Harry.
It's not a widely spread secret. Like it's something that people have heard about from a friend of a friend of a friend, but the specifics are nebulous.
You know, Millie, that's funny you mentioned that because I wanted to go there anyway.
Go where, Professor?
It's a mining.
To the Miners Guild. I mean, part of our deal with Rowena was we were supposed to get some ore while we were out in the Far East also, so...
Why are children trying to have ore? I don't understand.
Metal, Kevin.
Oh, got it. Wait, isn't there one in town? I remember someone was trying to go someplace at some point.
There is. I was going to go there when we got back here, actually, and here we are.
I guess we could all take a trip there and see what people know, and maybe we'll get pointed in the direction. Never hurts to ask, right?
No. Well, sometimes it does. Like the case of the Grudanian Eagle.
And I mean, even looking beyond this, one of us is going to need to know how to mine, so I might as well try to learn.
Yes. I think my talents might best be spent here, talking to the other adventurers. They've been around this world. They've seen many things. Perhaps they might have some information on this.
I think that makes sense. Hey Harry, I know we were only supposed to be together because you were trying to get pedophilia, but now that that's over, I don't know. You were super helpful. Did you want to stick with us?
No, the Miners Guild.
My quarry is still locked. I am still searching. Oh, that's
You're not going to give pedophilia over to those murderers, are you?
Well, perhaps we don't know who they are. My task still remains.
Well, if they turn out to be bad, you wouldn't give her away, right?
No, Kevin.
Okay, good.
Though I do search for her, and I am meant to bring her back. If I know that the reason is some sort of malfeasance, I can swear to you, Kevin, I shall not return her for that.
I'm just gonna do a quick insight check. I already know, but role-playing insight. 13.
Harry,
13. You can decide how you want to deal with it.
He's telling the truth. I don't.
Seems like what you're saying. Like
yes, Harry does intend to not intend to bring her back if he learns that the person who actually wants her is intending intending to harm her for no good reason.
That's right. Harry plays
well, you've been.
I mean, maybe Minfilia deserves it.
Harry needs to meet
You've been true up to this moment, Harry, and like I said, I have a good read on people, and I trust you. I think you're right. I think you do the right thing.
Surprise! Harry's been evil the whole time.
Harry is Tataru in disguise. Tataru is the big bad evil.
I swear that group would fall apart without Tataru in the game. She's
the best logistics officer ever.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to join our group officially? Have an official vote and share any of the loot we would get from complete missions? You know, the card I keep giving out?
Thank you, Kevin, but I think the freedom of being a private ear is all I need.
All right, up to you.
But I still will work with you as we do search for this quarry.
Well,
Shall I Minfalia? With L as an accent, it's Minfalia.
I promise we'll share any loot that we get equally if you were to help.
Well, Harry,
Minfilia.
Harry, if you're going to be talking to people in the quicksands, I just be careful about what you offer.
Yes. All I offer is a glass of Momodi's mediumist brandy.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
If you need any funds, let me know.
No, you never pay for the bar tab up front.
Wouldn't it be a
I've
tab?
always
if you
been
paid
paying
the
for the bar. Never mind.
All right, well,
Never pay for the bar tab up front.
Freddy's probably fired.
Oh no, we've ruined him.
I had a couple of things that I wanted to do here anyway, but the Miners Guild was definitely one, so I'll head there.
So, yeah.
Do you need my help, Professor? Or else, I'm happy to stay here, have a drink. But I'm also happy to go with you. If everyone's going.
Whatever you feel you'd like to do, Kevin. I think we're safe here for the time being. Just be careful who you talk to.
DX, Sherwin, what are you doing? You gonna go with Sid?
I think I'll go back to my room and have a short rest. I'm a little stiff from that slab that fell on top of me.
Oh, are you hurt?
Yes.
His blood's flowing down her face.
Bruise everywhere.
I'm a little hurt.
She has an axe implanted in her head. No, I'm fine.
It's always been there.
Yeah, and I pull out a bone saw and I tell Kevin, like, I got some work I got to do.
All right, well, then everyone be safe. I can stay here for the moment. And,
Okay, Brent.
Yeah.
Why are you have a bone saw?
Oh, okay, well, because I need to cut down the bones of the wing to create the
Right.
plates for the armor, so I'm going to work on that.
Alright, so is everybody then taking a rest for the night, it seems?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna,
Yeah.
You're gonna
Oh,
go
no,
in the bar.
everyone.
yeah, talk to people meet people
Yeah.
in a bar.
we are splitting up the group right now.
Yes, that, yeah.
Split party!
Yep.
That should
Wait,
be
wait,
safe.
so,
I mean, you are in the middle of the city.
Poe, Sid,
We were in the middle of a town a second ago.
what time is it?
Settlement. What time is it? It's not late. It's
It was
probably around
morning. Yeah,
Alright,
it was
so
morning
I
over
mean,
there.
you want to do this today. You want to go to the Miners Guild today.
I don't see why not.
Millie will follow most of the way, because if I remember correctly, the Thaumaturge's Guild is right next to the Miners Guild, right?
Yeah,
The
right.
Thaumaturge's Guild is the outer portion of Ul'dah. The Miners Guild is on the inner portion.
The Black Cloak people were next to the Miners Guild, right?
Then what's the? I know.
It's pretty close.
is it
The
the
Miners
Alchemist
Guild is
Guild?
almost
There's
directly
the
next
Alchemist Guild where the guy
Alchemist
died.
Oh, no, I'm trying to remember, like,
to
in game,
to
to
the
get
airship landing.
for my Black Mage quest, I would always teleport to the Miners Guild because that was the closest Aetheryte
You didn't technically.
to get to the.
I'll just
No,
follow
I don't think so there was a Thaumaturge's Guild Aetheryte. So I'm thinking you probably went to that. It's close to it though, so if you were on the inside portion, the Gladiators Guild and the Miners Guild are almost directly next to each other. So you might have been thinking about the Paladin quests, the Gladiator quest.
I haven't done
that's
any
where Timmy
Paladin
went.
quests.
Yes.
The guy
Yes,
at the
because you
train
like Gladiator
station.
movies.
That's right.
But no, the Thaumaturge's Guild is outside, the Miners Guild is
That was a
inside.
good callback.
Good callback, yes. Yes, Jess, I'm glad you remembered.
Good job.
Anyway, you want to head to the Miners Guild. Millie wants to go with you.
No, I wanted to go to the Thaumaturge.
Well,
Okay.
you can go on the way there because you'll split up. It's not too far, but yeah. Are you looking up a map?
yes. I
You
wanna
I'm
see-
fucking lying to you?
No, I want to see like what am I?
Check on the DM.
What Aetheryte am I picturing in my head that I kept
He
going
needs
to?
he needs to figure out if he is going to act like he knows Sherbin or not while they're walking in the same direction.
Where's Sherbin going?
Sherman wanted to go rest.
Oh, okay. So we have Miner, Rest, Thaumaturge, hang out in the bar.
Stay in my room working on the.
Okay,
'cause I have to
the-
put like 2 days worth of work
Oh,
into
right,
it
okay.
to get it done.
And Kevin is also going to the Miners Guild.
No, I'm just hanging out with DX. He's
Oh,
not
you
doing
did.
anything really.
Saw the stuff, Kevin. Here's a saw.
Yep, have the help.
If he's helping
Whatever
you, then you can do it in a day.
Ooh, okay.
I still don't know what you always do, but I'm happy to help any way you want, DX.
Yeah. You just cut the bone at
Hey.
the places where I marked.
Got it.
In crayon.
Fifi?
Yeah, Fifi's the only one waiting on you. I'm telling you, there's an ether direct.
Well, no, I'm thinking then I must have been for quests in Ul'dah, like to get the audience chambers, which are a little closer to the center.
The audience chambers you would go to, like the Alchemist Guild, because it's right next to that.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
Yeah, just step over.
So is there a library, and are we still trying to figure out info?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
The library, the biggest library that you saw was in the Thaumaturge's Guild. Aside from that, you're not aware of other libraries.
Guess I'll go with Millie, so I could check out the library and try and find any info that we need.
Please don't throw more dynamite.
I make no promise.
Not dynamite?
I do.
You're not the one who blew stuff up before.
I initiated the blowing stuff up.
And then they showed you a bigger blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna-
Okay, so we're splitting up. Deus and Kevin, we've already decided what you're doing. You're sawing through the remains of the dragon wing before it putrefies.
When everybody's like busy doing whatever else they're doing, they'll hear a voice come over the link prayer like, "Yeah, Kevin, you're handling the bone very well."
Well, and you've been tanning the dragon wing for a while now already.
It took 5 days to tan the leather, according to the internets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we started that the minute we hit Ul'dah.
On the airship.
And on
So
the
you're
airship.
right. So it wouldn't be a risky putrefying at this point.
Oh yeah. That's what the whole process is for.
Right.
Yeah,
The scraping and the...
Good move, Kevin. In and out, in and out, in and out.
that's right.
Got it.
Keep your wrist
Scrape
straight.
it firmly back and forth, just like that.
What is it from Money Pit? No. Even strokes. Even strokes. You remember that movie?
Yeah, with Shelley Long and Tom Hanks.
Hanks.
Yeah, young Tom Hanks.
That was a good movie. I watched that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
See?
Now I'm living it.
Are you? Is
Well,
that
I mean,
any part or?
any places. Any places.
Yeah.
Money pit.
What one in Chelsea you're going through right now?
Yeah, but anyway, we are doing our thing.
Yeah, Harry. What specifically are you trying to find in the bar?
Using his cool investigator skills. Basically, talk to different adventurer groups and try and figure out what people know about what happened in Cartano. Like, was it a universal opinion? Oh, this was the evil Garleans attacking the poor good Circle of Knowing. No one ever heard of this. Are there two different stories?
You are in Ul'dah. You're going to find a lot of capitalist sympathizers who are immediately going to side with the Garleans.
Yeah, you would know that our version of the story is
No, but a
Garlean,
business
the
venture
circle
that was interrupted by freelancer hippie types.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Almost all of the adventurers that you see in here are green, like green in the gills. They're pretty low level
they
compared
also
to you.
bought the dye from the orange juice
Yes.
lady.
Get somebody without the little sapling up
I
there.
know.
Oh, you have that for a while, Jimmy.
I still have that. and I've been logged in for months.
It's because Endwalker's out, so you won't lose it until you get into Endwalker. So it's
Oh.
time-based plus expansion-based, but you
Okay.
can turn it off yourself if you want.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but I'm just like, I get it when I had the long gap before when I came back.
If
but-
you were playing in Shadowbringers and beat Shadowbringers before Endwalker, it would be gone. Yeah.
I don't talk to the saplings.
Well, I mean, you're talking to people, but they call them sprouts. The sprouts that are here, they don't really seem to. Sprouts is good. We're gonna adopt that. Sprouts is now a loving term for budding adventurers
Okay, so-
in this world.
That's adorable.
Okay, so
That's what the lore base
Yeah,
is.
but I like it.
so the majority of the adventurers here are relatively inexperienced, and no one's really heard of the Cartano events,
Correct. However,
the Cartano connection.
it's after a little while of drinking and getting pretty sloshed, and talking with sprouts who think that you're a crazy old codger. Then Momodi's like, Harry, sit. And she points to the seat in front of the bar.
Dex check violence.
Oh
There
shoot!
really is
I
seat.
fail my wisdom check. I go. I sit. Wisdom.
What are these questions you're asking?
You know.
Why are you bothering my patron?
Mori, I'm not bothering. This is what we do in these adventurous things. You network.
Just spit on me.
Harry spit. Harry spit on Mori. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm such a good role player. I don't know. So into it, man. You will all refer to me as Harry from now on.
I always refer to everybody as their in-game character while we're playing.
Well, you know, we've traveled about with the group that was here. We've seen some things, encountered some things, and it's brought questions to the front of my mind.
Why didn't you just ask your question instead of dancing around it?
You know, I don't dance. I drink. Yes, I stay in my lane. I stay in my lane.
That's my favorite in-group joke. Is that the "stay with your in your lane" thing has lasted since Crumple died and forever onwards.
Yeah, fucking Crumple.
He didn't say it as
how I say it.
Poor John.
I liked Crumple. Crumple
Lane changed straight into a volcano.
Crumple,
I like
the old racist guy from the
I like
Undermountain
Crumple,
War. Yes, Mamodi. I encountered some mentions of some events that happened in Cartano maybe 5 years back. 5 years back.
What do you want to do with the Cartano Flats?
I'm just curious. You know, following leads, clues everywhere. Clues lead to clues, lead to MacGuffins, lead to clues.
So you decided to ask the patrons rather than the person who listens to all the patrons this question.
Well, you see, if I talk to all the patrons, then I become the one who listens to them. I don't shoot. I'm sorry. I need to stay in my lane.
Ask me your questions.
Yes. What have you heard of the Cartano connection, the Cartano
Plenty.
Flats?
Do you have something specific you want to know?
Yes. More or less 5 years ago, some event happened. Some terrible, or perhaps not terrible, conflicts between some secretive order and the Garleans happened.
Yes.
Well, what do you know about that?
I know of a secretive order. They go by the name of the Circle of Knowing.
Yes, I've never heard of them myself.
You very clearly have.
Never.
They're friends of mine, many of them.
Is she telling the truth? That doesn't count as a roll.
No, it
That's
does not.
fine. What was it, a 1?
It's
There's
a
a
3.
three.
I
Just roll, just roll.
I haven't rolled above.
It has to be an intentional roll, right?
I haven't rolled above 8. So that is a 13 on insight.
She seems to be telling you straight, which is different. She's talking to you in a demeanor that is different than the patronizing ways
The
that she's
patronizing service
Correct.
industry. Oh
She
yeah, I
seems to be
love.
speaking to you straight this time.
Oh yes, perhaps I've also heard of them in my research and asking about.
Your friend mentioned something about Vesper Bay blowing.
Yes.
Vesper Bay is a beautiful area that I
It
like
is a
to
beautiful bay.
visit. What happened?
Oh yes.
Her words are pointed.
Is directly. Well, you see.
Take 2 piercing damage.
Good thing I resist piercing. You know, I'm having some trouble remembering there, Momodi. Perhaps my throat is a little parched. Something to loosen it up and wet it might help bring back the
She pours
words.
a glass of water.
I get up and I leave.
I'm allergic to dihydrogen monoxide. How dare you?
I'll have some H2O too.
That's my favorite chemist joke.
I like the secret to that is like, and then the bartender poured them water because nobody keeps hydrochloric acid behind their bar.
Well, it seems that this brandy's gone bad, Momodi.
It's early in the distilling process. Continue.
Well, you see, some things happened, and now we are here.
Harry, look at me. I'm part of the Circle of Knowing. Tell me what the fuck happened. She says this quietly but directly to you.
Oh, I have the link pearl, right?
It's a trap.
You do.
I sleight of hand discreetly put it in.
Are you
and
sending a message?
I'm sending a message. I don't know.
What are you saying?
Only a fool serves a hard-working private ear water.
And then Momodi raises an eyebrow, looks directly at you, and you hear her voice in your head saying, "If you're drunk, how am I going to get my answers?"
I've only had 4. I say that out loud.
Yeah. Is that enough for you?
Yeah, well, Carvahog over here hasn't drunk enough.
She goes into the bar and she gets some saltine crackers, breaks them up, pours them in a bowl, and puts it in
All
front of
right,
Calvin.
you know how to persuade me. Some sort of wait, so the link pearl, everyone, it's an open channel.
It's a radio.
Everyone within the region
Right.
can hear.
So, I mean-
previously, in other games that we played,
Yeah.
link pearls had no distance.
Yeah.
They can go everywhere.
So-
This is literally only within your same region, so Thanalan in this case.
So the Garlean soldier who killed one of the Circle of Knowing and took the link pearl could hear us if that thing happened. It's not a safe channel.
Theoretically, but the owner of the link shell that the link pearls come from can excise any link pearl from the network.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah, and we have heard Thancred and Minfilia.
right.
So they're both in the region.
They're in the region. Okay.
At the moment.
Ophelia was.
we
don't know that she
we
left.
only know about the beep 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 Tancred here.
Yeah, this is Thancred.
Well, I less discreetly take the link pearl out. I don't know if this is the best place to talk. There's plenty of sprouts about here, and you never know what they might do with a little bit of information.
We're fine right here. Just keep your voice down.
Well, that's the trick.
I
That's the
cast
trick.
thaumaturgy.
Is anyone around us? I'm just gonna.
You're alone at the bar.
Friendly.
You're alone at the bar with Momodi. The closest one is about 20 yalms down.
Okay, so then I will
60 forms.
very
Big
discreetly
bar.
talk low. And we were meeting with other members of the circle, and something happened. We were attacked by the Sapphire machine. Have you heard of them? Some sort of super weapon from up north. The Garleans artillery reminded me of my time in the Gridanian War.
I'm not familiar with that. The Gridanian War.
The Gridanian police actions against the Kobold tribes.
Whatever. This is Momodi. Is just like, I've heard of a weapons program where they've been developing giant machines of war.
Yes.
I don't know Sapphire weapons specifically. Maybe that's a new one.
Have you heard of?
What was that?
Do they take international interns?
Where can I
in
sign up?
uniforms.
Hide our ears and
Does
tails.
the name Valens Van
Faro.
not Defrins, but Varo mean anything to you?
She spits. It's a right bastard, that one.
Were you there at the Carto plane?
Carno?
Carno.
I'm a bartender. I'm not a fighter.
Well, that was a mine. There were probably a lot of miners there. Miners get thirsty.
Cartno is the location where a calamity occurred 1,000 years ago. Almost all of the ether was drained from the land. We don't know why.
And that's what the Circle of Knowing was going to know.
The Circle of Knowing was interested in keeping whatever was hidden there hidden.
I see.
We have a feeling that there was some kind of super weapon that was buried from the Allegan Empire. You would know. Allegans are a civilization that existed some 4,000 years ago before they went extinct for some reason, and you still keep finding their ruins like everywhere. One of which is at Cartano, and so the Circle of Knowing, as Momodi has said, suspects that there's a super weapon that was buried there in the Calamity.
Who are the people that did Idleshire?
They were the Charlanians?
That I always mix up those two.
Which one?
The Charlians and the Allegans.
Okay, Charlians currently existing.
They're just elsewhere.
They're on an island, yeah, way north, northwest. But they're known throughout the world. They're scholars. They still exist. The Allegans,
Ancient, yeah.
they died. They died.
That's, I just always mix up which is which in Gasp.
Okay. Well, while he's going to get his phone call, we'll sidestep over Millie and
Eric just said BRB.
Fuck. All right.
Well, I could do my half of it. Has nothing to do with what Eric's doing.
Sherbin.
Well, he's going with you to the Sandwichers Guild, so. Sherbin and Sid on their way to. Oh, wait, Sherbin's about to. Sid and Kevin, right? No,
Nope,
Kevin.
Sid and Sid.
Sid and Millie until Millie splits off.
Sid and Omega and Millie
And Gamba.
Fifi and Gamba are all going that way. So Sid and Millie, go ahead. You guys can have your discussions while you're here. on your way to your respective destinations.
Well, I'm not sure why you seem to be so agreeable to what they did there, Millie, but
We sidestepped since
That's perfectly fine. I don't want to be the.
you have to leave.
No, I don't.
I'll be perfectly honest. I expected you guys to fight the Garleans in Vesper Bay, so
Right.
we're in uncharted territory right now. I'm improving all of this.
I think it was too quick to trust anybody, but they're not the ones who came out with violence.
Violence. Blood.
Plus, you gave us the option of teleporting out, so fighting a sapphire weapon seemed a little hard.
I wanted you guys to fight the Sapphire weapon, but again, TPK might not have been fun.
You.
Depends on how you do it.
Garlic cans.
All of us who played
right
Final
now.
Fantasy VII remember spending hours on Emerald Weapon.
In Final Fantasy VII,
Yep.
Emerald and Ruby.
Ruby was the hard one.
I think Emerald was the one that took like 5 hours or something.
Yeah.
Was it? I thought that was Ruby in the desert.
I think it was Emerald underwater.
Bam!
So, spoiler alert, the weapons are actually a trial series in Final Fantasy XIV in Shadowbringers. So you can fight against the various weapons: Emerald weapon, Ruby weapon, Diamond weapon.
Cool.
Atma.
Atma weapon is not in the game yet, actually.
Well, table flip.
No, I can't play this.
Atma was a mistranslation of Ultima weapon. You know that, right?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Always be Atma to me.
All your weapons are belong to us.
Didn't we have to collect Atma for like a quest?
I think Atma was used for the Heavensward relics, or it might have been the Realm Reborn relics.
Well, either way, Millie,
That feels right. It feels right.
Sorry.
we've got plenty to try to figure out now, so just be careful about who you talk to and what you say.
Over the link pro. Everyone, I'm telling Momodi everything.
Momodi just responds,
Okay.
not everything yet. Okay. Sidestep back to Harry.
Yeah.
Where did we leave off with you talking to Momodi? What did she say to you? I don't
I think
remember.
it was,
have you heard of Vast Deferens?
But be correct.
and then she
Don't
spit on the
correct me.
ground.
Yeah, and she spit on the ground.
He's a right bastard.
That's
He's a
what she
right
said.
bastard.
That's not someone. That's not someone whose bad side you want to be on, or
Well,
any side really.
it appears that the entire circle was on his bad side in Investment Bay.
That would make sense. He was the one leading the expedition in Cartano.
Put that in my journal.
But you knew that.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Because Minfilia said it.
That was listening.
Look, he's bad news, and he heads up the weapons development project in
I see.
Garlemald.
So it seems that they're using experimental weapons to settle a debt with an old score.
Oh no.
Was Minfilia connected it somehow to the mining thing in Cartano Flats?
Mining? No.
Mine.
They sabotaged the Garleans' expedition there. I trust Minfilia for that. Whatever that's worth.
It's okay.
But keep in mind, I am a biased source as I'm a member. But if you trust me, I trust her.
It's very candid of you. Thank you. This is interesting.
Modi has always been candid with you guys. She's always been pretty
what I think.
much says it straight.
Yeah.
Why did you give us that special card to go to the Gold Saucer?
You looked like you needed a day where you could forget your yesterdays. And iron points.
Oh,
I knew it.
I give inspiration for that.
Because it's a hairy phrase.
Yes.
She's had to listen to him for a
I
while.
said the same thing over
She
and
pours
over.
herself a drink.
Thank you for that.
her aura gets a little more monochromatic.
Wobbly. Interesting. So it seems that Valens Van Varo has an old score to settle with Minfilia and the Order. But why now? Why would he attack now? What's different? How would he know where they are? Certainly there can't be...
Modi's not looking at you, she's looking over your shoulder.
With subtly.
Keep your voice down.
Kalahag, what is it?
Kalahag turns his head. He looks where Momodi's looking and roll a perception check for Kalahag. And you have a mental link with him, right?
I don't know.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
but
It's closer to a hunter's pet.
Yeah, I have a hunter's pet.
You
So
can understand
it'll-
what he tries to say.
He'll hoot 3 times for enemy,
Sure.
2 for friend. Kalahag.
You're also, who's that bitch?
Yeah. 16 plus some numbers.
Pretty good numbers for...
Yeah, for a
For a private eye?
owl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Magic Owl also.
God damn it, write down that. Gotta look up.
Is it actually Cavahog doing the
Yeah.
perception?
Oh, here's the carbuncle Titan maybe.
Yeah.
14, so plus 4, so 20.
Okay. I was going to whisper it, but I'll just say it out loud. Kabahag hoots 3 times, and you slowly turn your head to look. You see there is someone dressed as an adventurer, but looking dressed as an inexperienced adventurer, but looks more rugged than that would.
There's no sprout above their head.
No,
but
there's
they're
no
wearing
sprout above their
level
heads.
1 gear.
They're dressed as if they're inexperienced,
Oh.
but their face shows it's a little bit more rugged.
Check their eye level.
He's got a cap on backwards. Adventure.
It's like
adventure.
it just says rock band.
He's got 635 gear, but it's transmog to be beginner gear.
635 is literally the current eye level. How did you know that?
Because I saw Spacier name mention it.
Yeah. 635 is actually only the weapon from Savage. Everything else is 630. But yeah, that
Even worse.
I was just surprised.
635 gear is what he's got.
No, he's got a glamour to be level 1 gear.
Exactly.
No. He is
Alone.
doing a good job of pretending to blend in with other adventurers, but he is clearly glancing towards you and Momodi and listening.
Human or whatever.
It's a Mikote,
I take offense to that.
Okay.
and they're very clearly, with that roll, very clearly listening in on your conversation, but trying to look like they're listening to the other adventurers around them.
Friend of yours, Momodi?
No, yours.
No.
It's Millie's cousin.
I think you have it.
Yes, I think my tail has a tail as well. I'll take that brandy to go.
You don't have a tail?
My tail has a tail.
Okay.
Sorry,
I like
my accent
like it.
slipped.
I see what you did there. Be careful. Watch out for that one. Maybe you just found out exactly how they knew where the Circle of Knowing was.
Maybe, yes. Yes. Makoti double agent. Interesting.
Pretty implausible.
She pours you a glass of brandy on the house. Don't be stupid. And she walks away.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we'll go back to you guys.
Okay, cool.
There's your lord up. Woo! A little bit.
Fifi, want to go first?
I mean, I don't even know if I have to go, and I could just be looking for books related to the battle and all that.
Okay. In the Thaumaturgus Guild, there will be no books written about that, as it's a relatively secretive event that happened. The Cartno Flats, given just general history here, just based on what you've known, Cartno Flats are known to be, and you would have seen this in some of the books that you read in Ishgard. It is a dangerous area to stay in for long because the lack of ether in the land is like osmosis. Because the land is not providing ether, it's trying to take ether from the people that are there. So
Alright,
it's dangerous for your health to stay there for long.
Then I will look for books about the flats and maybe maps and stuff about the flats so I could use my knowledge of arcane to see if I can figure out what might be causing that or where it might be located, etc.
Sure, that works. Millie, you broke path with Sid.
Yeah, so Fifi and Millie would have split off to the thaumaturgist.
Yeah. So since we just did Fifi, Millie, what are you doing?
Who was it that we spoke? Who was the head thaumaturge person?
Kokobuki
Yeah.
is a Lalafell. All the major people in the Thaumaturgy Guild are Lalafells. What?
No, because they were in that group. And that
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you saw. Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, with the cool little eye patches or whatever.
Okay, look. It's fun when you remember things from the game that I reference, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's very unsettling when you actually see them in game. You're like,
Walking
"What
in
the
there
hell's
not
this?"
having any class quests for it, it's like, especially because they're all
They
dressed
look,
in
they look like cultists.
They are
have like an eye
all
covered and-
black robes, black witch hats with a mask that covers all but one eye.
Are you leaving? No, I'm just moving like.
He's shifting.
I'm shifting. I'm thinking.
I never know with you. That's why I.
I'm shifting.
I'm gonna post something for you to watch later.
Ooh.
I'll put it in the group chat. The dial-in chat.
Yeah, so Millie goes and finds Kokobuki.
The link for that just says "Fire Lalafell Evil Potato." What the fuck?
Not wrong.
It's all accurate.
No. It's a compound.
So what I just posted, if you want an idea of what Cartno is like, that's what it is.
Good stuff, good stuff.
We'll watch it later because it's
Yeah, we're
9
playing
minutes.
a game.
I was gonna say, it's lengthy.
Oh, it's 9.
Yeah, I have a secret to show you. You said that Kokobuki?
Yeah.
Intrigued? Tell me these secrets.
Is there like
Primates.
any alcoves anywhere? Like rooms for like private
She looks
study?
around and she.
I thought Kokobuki was a
He.
boy.
Let's see. You're right. Kokobuki tilts his head over, and you see like kind of a near the restricted section. There's like an alcove that you can go to. It's like a reading area.
Cool. There's like a drape or something?
Yeah.
Cool. Then yeah, so Millie will go over and assuming there's a table in there.
It's benches. It's just benches.
Okay. Well, yeah, she'll go in there with Kokobuki, close the curtains, and then pull out the staff she stole from Infilia and show it to Kokobuki.
Immediately, the look on his face goes from "I'm interested" to "What the fuck? Where the fuck did you get that?" That's basically the look on his
Fine,
face.
your brain is dead.
Is that what I think it is?
Was there a plaque on the wall, or is it just stick on a wall?
Yeah, it was basically there was a frame around it, and then it had like hooks in it where it was set
Yeah,
up.
but there was no identifying information.
And Papalimo has the other half of it. That I find incredibly hard to believe. And yes, I know that you said Minfilia, and he recognized that he knew the name.
That was the way I wrote it.
Yep. Have I ever mentioned how much I love this aspect of his character?
Earlier this evening, yeah.
Who's opening a bag of chips?
Kokobuki's just like, it's really
Wow,
I'm excited.
really excited. Sorry, I'm nervous. I eat.
Force? No. Subterfuge? Absolutely.
Flattering.
Tell me plainly. Does Papalimo know you have that?
Tiny letters. God damn it, spelling words.
And why do you bring it to me? Oh, the shirt. At first I thought it said something, but it says smithing.
I thought first something, and then I thought it said smithing, but it says smiting.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, it's
my
a
God.
smiting.
Hello, I like money. If you think it was the staff that gave him the ability to harness magic the way he does, you're mistaken. The staff is but a conduit. Papalimo is perhaps one of the strongest students to come out of this guild.
Was Papalimo Thaumaturge?
The Scions do not have specific.
Okay, that's what I thought. 'Cause, like,
classes.
I don't remember ever having him referenced in the same way Estinian is referenced for the Lancers and the.
Correct. No, Estinian is specifically his class isn't Dragoon. His class is Azure Dragoon, and like all of the different NPCs actually have classes that only they can use.
Gotcha.
Microsoft
Okay.
Azure.
Gotcha. I was just making sure. Like, did I forget that Papalimo was tied to that guild?
I mean, he was a black mage, so I mean, he's essentially a black mage.
Essentially,
so-
yes. But like in Black Mage questline,
No,
I
he was
didn't
not
forget
there.
anything.
Correct. Also, not everything in my world is the same as in that world, so.
Right.
It's an incredibly powerful artifact, predating even the Alligans.
Oh,
I can keep it for you for safekeeping. You're painting a target on your back by carrying it around.
Don't trust him. Every pawn shop owner says that.
He's like, look, if you don't trust me, and then he pulls out the secret handshake that Deus and Kevin did.
Yes!
It's like, oh, there you go. All
To wipe the
yours.
chips off his hand first.
Yeah. He goes to pick it up, gets
Cheeto
Cheeto dust all over.
Why Cheeto dust? What did I miss? Where was Cheeto
Oh,
dust?
Just because that's like the cringiest, most gross thing. Like, hey man, pass me the controller, and their hands are
okay.
covered in Cheeto
Yeah.
dust.
Let me see that artifact.
Even worse than Cheeto dust is if their hands are like oily.
Oh my god.
I'm not going to take it from you. If you think you need to hold on to it, then you could. But I'm not going to stay silent about this either. I have contacts in the circle as well, and they will know of this.
I think you have to kill him.
Stab.
Good luck!
Just because I saw him throw a fireball like it was nothing.
Oh yeah, he must be weak. He's the head of the
Do you have
Thaumaturge
evasion,
guild.
right?
No.
Sounds about
Oh.
right.
Not a high enough rogue for that yet. I split with the machinist.
Not a TPK from the Sapphire Star, but from this one guy.
Yeah, question marks. That's how that works.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not good. 2 plus 4.
Pretty good.
In time, I may teach you how to use that. But I'm not yet sure of your motives, or if you're even worthy to use it. No offense meant, but I do not feel comfortable teaching you at this time. May not even be suited towards you, it may be suited towards one of your friends. And he glances in the direction that he saw Lan Fifi. No. I made sure of that.
Extra sad.
I think we're done here. He stands up on the bench, jumps down, pulls over the curtain, and waddles out.
I feel like you should
Back
get
in her backpack.
You should get a little card that's just the check.
K. There's a bunch of letter K's.
With that,
Hold it up.
Sid, Genbu, and Omega. What are you doing?
Going to the Miners Guild.
Cool. You walk inside of the large enclosed section of the city, the impossibly large area. I believe it's the Steps of Thal. Is that the Steps of Thal or the Steps of Nald? I think it's Thal. I'm back. I might be backwards. Did Jess fall asleep?
Yes.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. She's like leaned all the way in. Yeah. You go inside and you're looking around and you hear cheering. Like raucous cheering, and then you hear people yelling about taking bets, and more beer. And as you walk down this hallway, you look over and you see there is a huge crowd around an open circle, just like looking down inside, and you hear them all, like several of them in unison cheering, while at the same time others like, oh, that kind of noise. And when you look over, you see that they're standing over a gladiatorial pit, and there's people fighting inside. Realizing this is probably not where you're going, you continue along and roll a perception check.
Did I lose Omega?
No, Omega's still there watching the fight.
Comes in, jumps in, knocks both of them out.
No, Omega's still there.
Can you turn the air conditioner on?
17.
It's toasty.
Sorry, my toes were freezing a minute ago.
Bob comes
17,
in on
okay.
the toes.
You see,
Stretchy Bob.
you see somebody wearing overalls, carrying a pick. Their clothes and shoes are incredibly dirty, and they're leaving behind like soot stains as they walk along the stone. And within 30 seconds of them walking, somebody's coming up and sweeping behind them, keeping the area clean. The direction they were coming from, you kind of get the impression might be the Miners Guild.
Go in that direction.
Okay. Bob is just showing us his ass right now. Like, face down, ass up directly.
You do your thing, Bob.
Yeah, and you continue down that way, and the smell of ore hits your nose, and it's very strong. And you realize that you're in front of the door to the Miners Guild now.
You thought it was copper, but it's actually blood. They treat their people worse than the Alchemist Guild
Fun
does.
story about that. When I was in high school, somebody cut themselves. I was in drama, and so we were over the weekend. We were working in the wood shop there to prepare sets, and somebody cut themselves like bad and started bleeding. And I went to go clean it up, and as soon as the smell of their blood hit my nose, I passed out.
Oof.
Like, I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it at all. But it's like, I guess I'm what's the word from it? Hemophobic. Because it's like, it was involuntary. It's just as soon as the smell of the blood hit my nose, I was out.
That's wild.
So, yeah, it was crazy. It doesn't happen with my own blood. It only happens like if I'm around large quantities of other blood, which is only one other time that happened. And it's the same thing.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, like Lena's kind of similar, but like for her, like she can't look at herself having blood drawn or she'll pass out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that doesn't bother me. I get blood all the time. Hi, I'm taking you out in a minute. Don't worry.
Take me out now.
Okay.
I'll show you my butt again.
That's what you're showing.
That was funny.
Cause and effect.
Okay, so with that said, right as you're about to enter the Miners Guild, we're actually going to call it there tonight, I think. Sorry. It's 9:45. Honestly, I thought I had run out of stuff for you guys tonight about an hour ago because I was preparing for you to fight. But, yeah.
I cast a offensive spell.
Sure. So, remember, no game next week. We will play 2 weeks from tonight.
Why not?
Yeah, I've got a work thing.
Oh, no worries.
Are you good to go? Zara said she was going.
I think I know she's going.
Bring the baby.
I don't know if they let the baby come.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, you could do a gold saucer session.
Yeah.
Oh, gene cutoffs and oil.
No, he said he would do like side things with the gold saucer. We're back in Moldova. You're going to be a company.
Yeah, I'll just talk in the voice the whole night.
There you go.
Yes. Please do.
Oh, and bring your DM screen.
Bring your music.
Oh man, I'm gonna get fired. I don't even work there.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for
Night.
coming.
Good night. Thanks, Daz.
Night.
Good, everyone.
Good job tonight. Good stuff. Hey, a lot more got done tonight than the last time.
Yeah.
you